Hello,
So I guess
everyone. We're casting the Omega block for the ERCC qualifiers. We're starting a little early because I ended up messing up one of my settings, but today we are hosting Run It Up, Locked In, Fool's Village, Wild Tempest, Dip Dip and Dippy, Cherry Dr. Pepper, Pacing FC, and Pink Aurora. Anything you want to say quickly, North, while our teams are readying up?
well, since we're on ERCC, we do actually have this open to not only North America, but we have teams coming in from EU and South America. So this is probably one of our bigger tournaments to showcase teams from all over the Eternal Return community. So in our lobby specifically, we have Fool's Village coming out for EU and Pacing FC coming out for South America. It's very good to see some of these names coming over from scrims and other tournaments that we've seen them playing. So there's going to be a lot to look forward here.
And then, so what you're seeing with the blue name for Run It Up, they are the second place for ERCS, and that's kind of why they're placed here and why their color's a little bit different. Just for a little bit of context, it does look like we're waiting for one more team potentially, or
Nope, I think we should be good.
should be good in about 1 minute.
Start our game one.
Is there anything you're curious to see while we're getting ready for the game to start?
I want to see if the chaos that I have caused from the night prior takes root. I was casting scrims. There was a couple of the teams here that we see before us today. I may have supplied some builds for some of these members here.
Oh goodness, that's gonna be wonderful.
I believe one of them will be brought out. Seeing one of the characters hover it right now.
Oh no. Who is it?
It is Kira's. Kira's has taken my Arta build.
Oh goodness.
And they did end up winning 3 games back to back to back. So they have been playing very well. I haven't seen Sang Sang on this East Fawn yet. But between Kira's and Hercules and how they've been playing recently, I have high hopes for this team.
I'm instantly seeing some like standard comps or standard picks. I see Deuce and Lockney Jignut kind of all in their, I don't want to say Jignut's on his main, but we definitely do see Deuce and Lockney on their comfortable picks.
I love seeing Lockney, Jignut specifically, on this Nikki pick, because he does go full tank, but he does also have Amp Drone. This is a very Jignut style pick. He loves running this.
Yes.
He's built this in so many tournaments and so many scrims, and it's worked very well for them. Looking at some of our other teams, there's not going to be too many people we are overly familiar with. We will cover a couple of players that will be kind of addressed under different names. For example, we do have Noel. They're better known as Internet Rap. They're all actually ended up being higher MMR than their main account. We might see them later. Yep. We might see them later, but there is another member of Locked In who we'll be referring to as Rin. Their name is fully in Korean. Neither of us can read Korean, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And we will be referring to Pi Boob, who we may or may not see later, as Chatta, simply because we have Pi Bob and Pi Boob in the same lobby. It is going to be a little confusing otherwise.
I also don't know if the name is fully appropriate for live broadcast, so...
Probably not.
Probably, yeah, they may have gotten a stern talking to, but I'm curious about anything you may be looking forward to as the... Oh, there's no cat, by the way, sorry.
No cat? What the heck? I can promise cat in a couple of the other lobbies, so some people are going to be playing the cat specifically for me.
Oh no, well, that's in a different lobby, unfortunately. You're stuck with me.
I know, I'm sad. I mean, I'm happy to be casting with you, but I'm sad there's no cat. What the heck?
Wait, Bowser? Bowser's in the chat and said Maelstrom Rosie debut.
This is very something different coming out of Bowser. I don't think I've seen him play this character that much. There is no Maelstrom. There is a Ghostlight, however, so
yes.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Trying to play for those picks, especially with the Celine, try to CC them and then get the Bomba all set up and blow them up.
There is very much a lot of combos here. A lot of these teams have sat down and planned kind of a little bit meticulously for this. We do see some of our standard favorites coming out for some funny comps that we're used to seeing. I know I see Ziggy, especially on the Sentinel Leon, and I believe this is Tonfa specifically,
Healing.
So we will be seeing possibly a E-Kitten Leon.
I just realized while you were yapping, Dip Dip and Dippy, full tank. Remake.
Oh, you're remaking.
Got it. Well, let me set up over here then. Oh, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. So anything you want to will I fix?
Well, unfortunately, we're on the wrong server, so we are rehosting quick.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec to open everything up. Okay.
Tactical advantage for our EU players, totally. Wink, wink, nudge,
Yeah,
nudge.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I need to, I forgot, that, something happens when I, leave. Okay, let's just do that. And then I may have to... There we go, we're all set. Okay. Now it's just you and me. You can't see Chow Camp anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Chad. I brought my cat with me.
We're... Ooh, we're still waiting on the code, correct?
Yep. Chow
Oh.
should just be setting up our code, and we should be ready with that in a second.
And then, Lock Me crashed, unfortunate. Did you manage to get a screenshot of the teams?
I did not have a chance to. I will have that set up, so once we get that ready.
Since this is the ERCC, gate... Yes. There are going to be bans when players play the same character twice, I believe. So we're just trying to get a little bit of extra measures to make sure we actually can see just in case our score sheet doesn't listen to us. We set some music up while we're waiting.
Oh, we have the healing song.
We could. I just put on lo-fi. It's fine.
Sad, no healing song.
Okay, there we have the code. Wait, I'm late.
Alright, we're still waiting for one more member for running up. Sang is taking your time.
I thought it would be in the... Never mind. Anyway. We are in North America. Is there anything you would like to add about what you saw about those teams outside of what we already mentioned?
I'm just curious because I know a couple of these players do have a little bit of a rivalry going on. We will see possibly some banter between Dip Dip and Dippy and Wild Tempest. We will see. We've seen Run It Up and Locked In fight hand to hand quite a bit. Cherry Dr. Pepper has some names that are very much kind of a keepsake, I guess I would say. Both A-Not and Pie Bob, well known throughout the community. And then we have our two outsider teams, one from EU, one from South America. So I'm curious to see how they're going to play. The EU team coming out, Fool's Village, Ziggy and Yazzie Drone, both really well known in their respective region. So this is our first time seeing them over here. I'm very curious to see how this goes compared to seeing like other teams from EU. Like we've seen Trifecta come over for NA Screams respectively. They're over in a different lobby right now. And I am curious to see how Pacing FC goes. Because I'm not overly familiar with South America scene, but I've been following quite a few of the teams, and we have seen them start popping up in scrims recently as well.
Bowser?
But nothing from
Bowser?
Sure. Weather ain't the same. Yeah.
Interesting. The weather wasn't the same.
This is so scuffed.
We're on for a great start. You know.
It wouldn't be an ER game without a little bit of chaos.
Just a little bit. Ready check again. Unfortunate. How late are we? We're about 10 minutes late.
Putting on 7. Mm.
About 10 minutes late to our first game. It's fine.
Yep, only a
It's
little bit
fine.
chaotic.
Okay, we're
Okay, everyone
back.
totally walks the same characters this time. We have weather correct this time. Correct? Totally. Everything's good. We are not crashing out. Woo.
This looks correct. I think this looks correct. I see the 2 Leons. I see Shun on the Subame. I see the Bowser. Noelle. Internet Rap. Celine team. See the Cures on the Urda. This is looking real interest. It's getting kind of bruisery, honestly.
I'm very concerned with. Oh no, I see what they're doing.
Oh no, what are they doing?
I see Dip Dip and Dippy. That's
Yeah,
triple tank.
that's what I mentioned
triple,
before.
That's triple quake.
Yeah, they're gonna melt you. They're gonna bike onto you and melt you, yeah.
Weiss has run this before in a tournament. There is still a clip of it circulating around. There has been a full, and I quote, one shot of an entire team by an Alonso that just teleported in from an Arda gate. This looks like it's going to be an absolute nightmare. This team is either going to fall over quick or going to be an absolute nightmare to take down.
You know, they're playing the 3 tanks that do a surprising amount of. Well, what tanks in this game don't do damage? I feel like Alonso's one of the lower damage numbered ones, but can't really. Well, can't really ignore it either because he does so much, whether it's CC gonna be locking down for the Lennox and the Magnus, and then the ultimate does a ton of damage. It was just recently buffed as well, so it does, I believe at the end, 16% max health damage, which is pretty massive in my opinion.
And coming out into this early, I'm curious, especially with how prevalent 2 zones have been for some of these characters, I wonder if we're going to see any of that. We're going to see a little bit of early fighting coming out.
I did realize he's running the frailty to further defense reduce and deal extra 2 damage.
He's also somehow managed to acquire some hamburgers from Lumi, it seems. He's already prepared in the food department as well.
I'm happy for
we
him.
Should start seeing potentially a little bit of poke. It does look like we are going to have some members from Pacing FC actually properly fighting, or just getting punched out.
Oh, Blink!
In this case, a Blink expended trying to get away from A9.
It's looking like A9's just gonna... Oh.
This is a Nikki. It did get a little bit close.
Oh, we do see Lily
First
Petal.
blood going over. First blood going over to Cherry Dr. Pepper.
Uh-oh. Lily Petal noticing the Leon. A9 just in the corner. Low health, probably hearing all of this and deciding to back up. Lennox did go down. We're seeing a few deaths come out, but 3 teams in Forest, all doing a little bit of something.
Meantime, it looks like we also have some other kills that have gone down the board. Running Ups managed to acquire a kill, Locked In, as well as Dip Dip and Dippy have all found their kills as well.
Oh, so
and now the fight's really starting to break out over in Forest, it seems.
Oh, it sure is. Hi Bob going ham on this Hisui, being able to kill MG Boss and Dr. Douglas, leaving Mizuhara to run. There's quite a few teams actually fighting. Hopelessness and Ziggy. Ooh, Ziggy being taken down by this triple tank team. Locked In trying to deal with them afterwards. We super low, just is not going down as Lockney goes down instead.
Jace also having to run away. Jace is really low as well.
They're all
but
super
thankfully
low.
The wall hop will keep their members alive. They should be able to get out there. They won't have to sit in the timeout box for a little bit thanks to a wipe.
I mean,
These teams are gonna have to start prepping for objectives. We'll start seeing those come down in a second. We'll be able to see where our meteors are gonna be landing.
Angry microwave. We'll see. I mean, this team's looking really strong. We already see, what, 4 kills? 4
4
kills.
kills from the triple tank, along with 4 kills for Jerry Dr. Pepper, so they're not far behind either. But we will start seeing meteors coming down, and it is going to be over at Beach and Fire Station.
We're actually seeing the tree over in stream being kind of uncontested, only having Lockney over there. Whereas over in Fire Station, we have 2 teams probably trying to converge on this area to get this meteorite here.
People are setting up. There's still 30 seconds. A lot can happen. There are a couple of teams in stream. There's a couple of teams making their way down to hotel, and there is definitely a couple teams, oddly enough, on the south side of the map where there are absolutely no objectives.
There's 3 teams over in stream now. Look away for 1 second, and all of a sudden, oh, Bowser taken really low. But actually, instead they're able to turn it around and prevent Mr. Douglas from being able to up on and get out of there, as Yazidon was just 100 to 0'd. From this Barbara Celine combo. It's that went kind of crazy. But it does look like they're just gonna leave Lockney to get this tree here.
Yep.
And while we're waiting for them to get the tree there.
We do actually have a contest for this tree.
Annalise getting the kill into Dr. Douglas. MG Boss having to run away with this Lenny and just missing out on the Spring Trap. But the White Lily does help them get out. Well, they're still chasing Lily Puddle, trying to get on to Mizuhara, but unfortunately for Suwa, she does not have a wall hop. And right below, there's a whole other team fight. Not using the stasis, able to avoid getting killed there, as Noelle does go down. It does look like Bowser and Stereo are gonna choose to run here. Did they get the meteorite? I have no idea. It's not looking like it.
To see who
oh, they did! Bowser got it!
I did see someone else also get an RNG drop at the same time. We did end up actually getting another one, I believe, by... If I'm correct, it was by Yazi, who randomly was able to get it. So you have a random RNG meteor that ended up going over that way.
So you see the 4 score going on to Jignut as well.
You actually see down in Uptown a fight possibly brewing.
Does look like they're just gonna try to run away here. Ibok trying to get the
chasing quite a bit, but they might end up walking into another team as we have 2 teams sitting over here in Forest.
Yes, I do see it. Barbara getting a massive stun onto Ziggy. Ziggy taken so low. Unfortunately, Dr. Cherry Pepper is just not in the zone anymore. Surfs up trying to knock away Internet Rep and Bowser, but he does go down.
He's already on the ground. Hopeless is just gonna have to walk away.
Retake of what happened earlier. Except this time it was the Estelle who got out. We're seeing her 4 score buys come in. We're seeing Annalise jumping right into the forward combo. Good parry though to dodge out on the pull from Cicella. Annalise jumping in, getting the W3 but taken so low. Lockney does end up going down.
The execute coming out from Annalise, Jignut falling very low. We do have an execute coming out, and Deus is now separated even further from their team. They should be able to walk away and get over here, but neither of them are going to be able to contest this Alpha, who's now going the way of pacing FC.
So
and there is another team slowly making their way up. Run Up is slowly making their way here, and the teleport has come in. Sang Sang's looking for an opening.
Jumps in, but not much really happens.
He does have ult ready. He's looking for a pick. Dr. Douglas has hit the floor. Mizuhara is about half.
Sing jumped in and used the ultimate on Mizuhara. Does look like Mizuhara is going to be taken. I'm assuming they're going to be... Yeah, they are taken down there. With the Arda coming up to follow up.
MG Boss will be able to get away as he makes his way out into school.
Having to use a lot of timer
will not
here.
be wiping this early. Timer is expendable. You can get it back. It is very much something that should be used. However, I am seeing another standoff back up at gas station. It looks like they might want to keep fighting. as Sang Sang
They're really
sends
strong.
3 items strong.
Oh, their
And
team
with
members
this
are
Wisdom
2
Robe
up.
too, he is looking to find someone in alt.
I
It does look like we will have a disengage.
That is what Estevan does. Oh, they're having to use a bunch of their red timer as well. They're a little lower than MG Boss was when they started. Just look like Dip Dip and
Yeah.
Dippy is still tied for our highest team kills. 4.
Chance to kind of get a quick peek at these items. We're not definitely very, very far ahead on these items, and Bowser on 4 items altogether. We have a
4?
couple of these teams that are very,
Yes.
very strong right now. Bowser seems to have been funneled, sitting on a very strong combination of items. Nothing 4-score related, but still a lot of strong items nonetheless.
Unfortunately, Pink Aurora is our least built team, but I do believe that, well, actually, I lied. It's actually, not them. But while that's going on, we do have a fight happening in Chapel. Piebop taken solo, but he's just barely able to survive hopelessness. Jumping in, trying to get some shielding onto Yazadon. But it's just not enough as Shun, I believe, will just be
no.
able to chase hopelessness down, as there is a 3P.
Our first team gone, Fool's Village completely out. There goes our EU team as the SA team has now rolled up.
Oh, Shun able
it
to
does
avoid the
look
surf
like-
up. Yeah.
Cherry Dr. Pepper has healed quite a bit. Will they be able to kind of negate this? One member already hits the floor. Anot's down.
Piebop doing so
Pylon
much
has a lot
damage.
of potential to out-heal this. Shun is low, but he has the damage. It does look like Mizuhara is just going to walk. They will not end up wiping. And Pybob and Shun will probably go and take this opportunity to res Anot and get back to a full force.
I don't think they're going to be able to buy their entire team back.
Yeah, Pacing FC only has enough to buy one of their members, and it is going to be Dr. Douglas. It's the only one they can afford at this point in time. So it's going to be a while for them to kind of save up,
Yeah.
potentially get their teammate back. Everyone else is just kind of relaxing on the map.
That
In the
did,
meantime, we do have a Gamma that has gone down, and that, I believe, is by Team Dip, Dip, and Dippy, the only team missing from the map. They're getting a nice safe buy. They're getting a very strong free item. And they are going to be able to have a safe entrance into this zone. They will be able to see that no team is at either school or pond, most likely. Or potentially even... Yep, they have chosen pond as their location to call home for now.
It does look like there are 3 teams over in this area. Dr. Cherry Pepper does see the team of Pacing FC. Mizuhara just using their ultimate to try to run. Leon Redding in the corner. They know that their team is weak and needs to save for that buy and is just choosing to take any chance they can get to at least survive in the end of the match.
This looks very scary right out the gate, considering there's 3 teams in the area. And Dip Dip and Dippy is just waiting for an opportunity. And the bike has come out. Griff is in. And Piebob's all alone, so far away from his team. He is isolated, and there is nothing he can do, and he is on the ground.
Instantly deleted. There's nothing he can do against that team.
In the meantime, Pink Aurora, they took the FC and they bailed. They are gone, they are safe. They don't have much timer, but they are able to kind of make their way up into pond with their newly acquired 4-score.
This team is so strong, but we do see Cherry Dr. Pepper is actually in the lead at the moment with 10 points, 9 team kills.
This team scares me, but at the same time, it's going to be all about momentum. A lot of these teams are going to have to kind of keep the pace going. We have a total of 6 games today. This is only the first one. There's a lot left to be played. There's a lot left to see here. And, I definitely see what they're doing. There is flame barrier on all 3 of these members. 2 members having Burning Heart, and the Alonzo actually having Blazing Dress. Anyone that walks into the wrong corridor without vision. Speaking of someone possibly walking into the wrong corridor without vision. Hi, Piebob. Bye, Piebob.
Using the parry to avoid the CC. We're taking so much damage there.
Oh no!
Buzz managed to get out using the bike, but I fear this team is one of the only ones who manage to deal with this Tang team at the moment. Combo of Piebog on the Sui and Shun with the max health auto attack damage is actually a ton. Run it up. Although taking a bunch of damage, going down to Bowser there. A really massive stun, being able to deny Sing Sing from being able to get to his team, then dropping him as there's a third party coming in from Locked In. Team of Wild Tempest does avoid, just choose to disengage, as it does look like Run It Up is having to buy.
Stuns them out.
Achilles
Queen
is
does not connect. And they're trying their best to keep them occupied.
Hercules using the CC immune to actually avoid Garrus from getting knocked up by that knife work. Just trying to get a little bit of poke both sides so well we let Jignut just recover some of their health.
Kira's holding their ult. Sang Sang or Hercules has a potential way in, but it looks like they are just going to disengage and use it for a little bit of pressure. But zones are closing in 40 seconds. Both Running Up and Pink Aurora are very, very far into zones that will be closing.
Yeah.
No areas around them are going to be reopening.
You see them buying as well. Sing Sing just...
We'll actually have an engage about this.
Sing Sing and Hercules just deciding to jump in, yeah.
And Kiani also falling really low.
Unfortunately, Annalise does drop down. Estavana going down right there, so it's a 2v2. Unfortunately, it does look like Lilypetal walked into the cube, and unfortunately that spelled their fate. But they do need to get out of here ASAP. And while that was going on, Griff is once again the lone member. I guess the team of Wild Tempest managed to take out Scary Team. They're able to buy them all back, but it is gonna be a really rough position to be in.
A rough position. It looks like Pacing FC is now on the back foot, having to run away from the members of Cherry Dr. Pepper after they have now secured Wick.
Yeah.
Bob now rocking the Downs Elf. We saw a couple of their blood items being picked up. Asterio now rocking the Viking helmet. And Lockney sitting on both a Chinese Opera Mask and Necronomicon. We have Deus in the bikini. Kiraz sitting on a red shoes. Blood is galore in this match right now. It is only day 4 and we're seeing so many high tier items.
This is probably going to be another team that's going to be really rough, especially now that they have had to buy themselves back. This poke from Lockney and Deuce is going to be so strong. Especially again. Ooh, her Wick team though is coming up on the downside. Doesn't look like they actually see them. So you do see over an alley.
They are going to be able to walk away, but yeah, over an alley. It does look like a lot of our teams are trying to avoid fighting for right now. There's 6 teams left alive. There's still a lot that can go on here.
I do see
and Run Up is the only team that is kind of out of position right now with 17 seconds left. They're the only team sitting around in yellow, but turning back over towards gas station, it looks like we might see a potential engage. We do get the pull onto Deus.
To commit the flash. The flash is going to be down for a little bit, and with all these teams around, it may just be a really tricky spot. They do choose to walk over through police station since it is open, but there's still so many teams just in this zone. And then the 2 teams not in that zone are currently fighting down in Hotel Sing Sing, taking so much damage, trying to commit the ult to kill someone, but unfortunately just is unable to, as Hercules trying to deal with the 1v3. Oh, they use the Nimrod's Skate to jump in. Asterio taken really low. Just look like Asterio and Bowser does go down. Internet wrapping the last one left. The Nimrod's Skate once again being committed. Noel trying to get that knockback, but it looks like it's just not going to be enough, and they go down.
Perez has been putting on a clinic this game, rocking 9 kills from the Arda. This team is slowly getting up to speed. The only team rocking more kills than them right now is Cherry Dr. Pepper, our Wick team. And we're starting to see a lot more action coming out, as that has been our 3rd team down. Wild Tempest eliminated, 5 teams remaining, and Night 5 is upon us shortly.
Oh, we see the blood buy coming out from Sang Sang here. Top of,
No, it's gonna be passed over to Hercules. is going to be a Peacebringer.
Ooh, it's gonna be a pretty nice power spike for them, given the fact that they were on the run for the last little bit.
Surely they just give the death over to Kira's. Totally. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Totally.
Blocking our way. How pitiful.
But it does look like Pacing FC will end up taking the opportunity to fly away back over to school, and we have two teams sitting, relaxing over here in gas station.
They don't have Wig for too much longer, so if they want to commit here, they probably should. Luckily no longer has the queen, but
It is probably like maybe 10 seconds left at Wick. If
yeah,
they want to abuse it, it has to be now, and Deus has to be this prime target. There is the bikini on Deus. They will survive a little bit longer than normal with Tranquility. And Lockney is sitting on a very, very scary combo with a lot of pen, a lot of healing reduction.
unfortunately
Bob might not be able to survive this as easily.
there just hasn't been a lot of good moments for them to fully send it. The team is
That is
really
Wick
good
buff
disengaged.
off.
Oh, they were waiting for the Wick buff to go off as Jingnut is now. That's not Jingnut. As Nikki just does decide to go in. Stasis actually preventing the Freya at last from being able to finish them off, but unfortunately, they still go down from that combo coming from Deus. The Wilson just doing so much work. Lockney just in the back, healing off the dead bodies. Unfortunately, I'm doing as
Still
much
coming
as
up
he
to keep
can.
Lockney
Yeah.
alive for a little bit longer. But here comes our third party. Pacing FC showing up just in the right time.
Oh, this Ace is coming out, but I don't think it's gonna be enough as Dr. Cherry Pepper does go down.
In the meantime,
then-
I think we're gonna lose another team as Dip Dip and Dippy is about to fall. And they have. Run Up has wiped them out as well. As now he has three teams, Pacing FC, Run Up, and Locked In. Locked In being subjugated to just a duo.
We don't
This is your
have
duo
Loon
that you
anymore
do
either.
want
Ooh,
to have, especially with how Lockney's playing.
trying to commit that flash there, but unfortunately not quite able to get over that wall.
Oh,
Deus
Lockney is
barely.
able to stay alive. Sniper still coming out, not connecting. Deus having to try to get away from Mizuhara.
Deus barely not getting the kill on the free out last against the Bernice. Getting
Both are down
ooh,
from these mages too.
really good burst. Deus getting the pull onto the
They have timer. They
demo.
could potentially see if they can finish and reset here. Dr. Douglas will have his ult up in about 5 seconds. So maybe a play can be played off of here. Pacing FC might be able to take their pick. Mizuhara is just going to try to crawl away to make sure they do not go explosion, but Dr. Douglas is going to get picked.
The burst potential of Locked In is crazy.
And
Deus
that
gets a
is
one pull,
checkmate.
and then they set it up, and then all of a sudden they're dead. Full combo coming out from Lockney there, coming off of that sis pull.
And now we are starting to see the setup for our final zone. Run It Up has taken control first, as if they have traps, Kira's does, Hercules does not. Does look like we're not going to have a very trap-heavy zone, but we do see some EMPs on the ways of Jignut, so they should be able to clear it. Lockney having a couple as well.
Sing Sing trying to do a little bit of poke with the stacks he's able to get. They do send it through the Nimrod skate, but it does look like they were ready as Jingnut sends it onto Hercules. Hercules taking so much damage, but surviving goes down
It
shortly
is going to be
after.
traded. Deus is down.
Making it a
Jignut's ult
2v2.
is down for 30 seconds. Checkmate is back up. Sang Sang is down with wave function collapse for about 20 more seconds. If they reset and play this, they might be able to have something come out. It is really up to Kuros to kind of either send Sang Sang in to kill Lockney before Checkmate comes up. Checkmate is up, so if Sang Sang does end up putting all of their kit into Lockney, Lockney might be able to just get away from this. This is going to be a really hard fight for Run Up to win.
There. And Jingnut's gonna
There's
do
the
so
ranged
much
uppercut.
pressure.
All has been burned. The wave function's down. Used defensively. There's Checkmate.
The shielding on Sang Sang
Lockney
doing
is on the
so
ground.
much.
It is just Kira's, but they do have the ability to close this game out. Run It Up. You're victors of game number 1.
Is this the build you sent him?
This is the build I have sent in. I have caused issues.
Are you surprised about anything or seeing our ERCS or two ERCS teams actually coming out on top there?
I'm not surprised seeing a runner-up take this. They are seeded second for a reason. They're a very, very strong practice team put together.
Yes.
I'm
What are
expecting
you
nothing less from them.
what are you gonna expect coming out from the damage here? While we're getting ready for the scores to come up.
I'm genuinely horrified to see what I expect from this. I do expect to see a lot of damage coming out of Pie Bob specifically. Yup, there it is.
There it is.
Before we even see it, I already know he's been playing like an absolute maniac. And Kira's even as well for that team, dropping top damage. Really nice, well played from the entire team of Running Up, all hitting around that 20k mark.
Yes. They're doing so much damage there. Able to apply so much pressure as well, able to deny so much zone with the Arda. He also applies so much damage as well.
Yeah, Kyrus has been practicing this, and now that the build has been acquired, they have Hex early game, they have Debilitation early game, they build into it, they have the extra HP to play around, and they also, I don't know if people have really seen it, Inquisitor is being built to help deal with all of these tanky characters they're going to have to fight through. It gives a lot easier time for Hercules to play. It makes picks a lot easier for Sangsang. He's able to get in there, he's able to do the damage. Kyrus is able to pick up any slack that either of them drop. They played it perfection.
You can't really sleep on Arda. He does he does so much. It's kind of funny being on a delay. You know, I see how did they win? Pretty sure that was the Deuce and Lockton doing their Omega burst combos over in Alley.
I'm not surprised. All of these players have been very, very well stacked. They've fought these battles before. This is nothing new to them. We are just seeing them at their absolute peak right now.
I'm gonna let you yap a little bit while I while I get her scores ready for us real quick.
Of course. We do also have the layout for the bans. Nothing will be banned as it is only our first game.
Okay.
We are in a format, so everyone is only allowed to play a character twice for the entire team. So Arda can only be played more for the entire team of Run Up. Lockney and the entire team of Locked In can only play Adela one more time, etc. Straight down the list. So we're going to see a lot of variety today. We're going to see a lot of chaos. Some of these teams have brought out their mainstays right at the gate. We do see Lockney on the Adela right away, something they're very known for. However, we do have Bowser. Bowser has brought out the Barbara first game. We haven't seen their mainstays right out the gate. I know Bowser very much used to playing characters like Yan, and we'll end up seeing possibly a little bit more of that later. Maybe a Rozzy comes out. There's a lot of things that can happen here. But it is game one. We will be having scores shortly, I believe.
Yes, we should. North is rigging the games. All right, here are our scores. I don't know if you can see them, but
I will find them for my side. Hold on.
okay. So I'll go over the first half. So in first place, we have Running Up with 25 points, 25 and a half total points. In second, we have Dr. Cherry Pepper with 15 total points. Third, Locked In, 14 and a half points. And in fourth, we have Dip, and Dip You with 10 points.
In fifth, we have Wild Tempest with 8 points overall. Pacing FC with 7.5, just behind them. Pink Aurora with 4 points. And unfortunately, Fool's Village going out without a single kill very early in the game with a solid 0 points. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit more from them in the coming matches to kind of climb up that board. It is not over. There is still a lot to be played. And the gap between a lot of these teams is honestly not that big. The only team that's really running away with this right now is Run It Up, as should be expected.
Yeah. Oh.
We are getting a ready check, and we should be starting the second game shortly.
Give me. Sorry, I'm trying to do everything. Round one. Okay, wait. Ooh. I'm just gonna override it. Should be having the ready checks you send.
Yep, ready checks have gone through.
Good.
I believe we are ready to start the next game. I think we're just waiting on Team 7, which is Pacing FC. But yeah, it looks like every other team is pretty much set.
Oh, there we see Chow Camp. Open Adam, Team 7.
Poke him with the stick.
Beep boop. Goodness. This is for my first time, this is a little harder than I thought. There's a lot to manage, but I'm doing my best,
Don't worry, we believe in you.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay,
we are going in.
Okay,
See, as you can
game
see,
2.
we have
Are we gonna see
no
everyone
bans.
run same? Are we gonna see the same comps run back? Logged in, locking in. The Nikki and Adela, runner-up running in the exact same comp. Dip, Dip, and Dippy, however, full swap from what they have just run.
Pacing FC also changed it.
Yeah, it does look like so. MG Boss still on the Bernice, though, and Mizuhara is still on the demo. Actually, no, this is the same thing for Pacing FC.
This looks like Pink Aurora is deciding to stick
it out
comp as well. Looks
Fool's
like
Village, however, seems to be changing it up.
Yes.
The art has been brought out this time by Ziggy, maybe seeing what Kira's has done game 1 and looking to hopefully replicate that.
Half of our teams, well, I guess one less than half of our teams have decided to change it up. So we see Fool's Village, Dip Dip and Dippy, and who else changed it? No one else. It's only those two. Yeah, Wild Tempest and Dr. Cherry Pepper is the same.
I don't know if Wild Tempest had the haze beforehand, actually. That might be a small
they didn't. They had
change.
the Celine.
Yeah, so we do have a little bit of a swap, but not that big of one. So we should see a little bit of a change. I am curious about one thing that I definitely hope to see later, because I know Ziggy has played it quite a bit. I want to see the Nathapon come out. Yes. I want to see some character that we have not seen that often throughout all of ERCS, ERCC. A character that is very, very, very high skill cap, high damage, a showmaker style character.
We've seen Nathapon in ERN, but that's over in Asia, so I'm kind of curious to see what NA decides to do.
Europe also likes running it. We don't see it as much in NA. We see it very rarely, possibly coming out of some of our teams like the Moldivers every now and then. And I believe, if I'm correct in saying, our EU team that just won for ERCS Europe did actually end up winning with an Nathapon.
Oh, nice. They're over in a different lobby, though, correct?
Yes, actually, no, I don't believe they're actually playing in ERCC.
Oh, interesting.
I don't believe Chandra is playing for ERCC at all.
Interesting.
So maybe we see some stuff out of Ziggy to bring home the trophy for the region, perhaps, but this is only day 1. We're only having some of our teams go through today. I'm not sure if it's... Is it 2 or is it 4? I could be...
I think it's 2.
Could be completely wrong.
2 per band?
Chow will totally find the information for us and yell at me if I'm saying this wrong. Totally.
I'm pretty sure in the rulebook they said it's 2. You can only play the character twice. So after this, we're going to be seeing a lot of changes.
Yep. However, we should be seeing... I'm trying to figure out how many teams are going to be going forward.
Oh,
if you're going to have to make the halfway mark, or if you're going to have to make the top 2.
I think it's 4 because there's semifinals.
I think it is.
So our top. Yeah. Well, there's going to be a live draw over on the Eternal Return game channel once this is done. So we're going to send you guys over there after all of this, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. But that is going on, so it's a little bit of a different format than usual.
Be very fun to see. I will keep an eye out and see if we do have anyone building their weapon early on to possibly fight.
Oh goodness.
See if we see anything right out the gate. Because we did see Cherry Dr. Pepper get their first pick really early on, thanks to A0. This time, they are back in the same location. However, there's a different showcase this time. So Homie's over there. However, nothing really coming out.
Yeah.
No real early fighting. MG Boss has not found his way over to the depths of forest to get punched. It looks like this might be a small start. Kira's, however, going to be going down to Griff. That's our first blood, going over the ways of Dip, Dip, and Dippy.
Yes. Oh, goodness, sorry. I lost control of the camera there. I was sandwich. Can we get a thank you real quick for my boyfriend for making me a sandwich while I do this? But
Hell yeah. Yay for sandwich.
did you see Anod and Shun killing Hercules, setting their eyes on the other Suba in the lobby, Lily Petal, who tries to get a little bit of poke, but I'm unsure. Oh, using the CC immune to ignore the pure rage uppercut. Well, there is quite a bit of damage going out onto Dip Dip and Dippy here. Griff healing a bunch. Kira's in the back, also just doing so much damage. Can't really underestimate how much damage this Arda character does for someone who's labeled 3P. Stereo just kind of diving in 1v3. Oh, there's the rest of their team. We see the Barbara missing their combo, but they do manage to get the terminate onto Dip Dip and Dippy there. We have 3
5 seconds left until night. Kira's has managed to sneak away, and it looks like it is time for everyone to start farming. As a lot of other teams are slowly getting their kills online. We see 3 kills going the way of Locked In and Run It Up. We have a couple kills going the way of Wild Tempest and Dip Dip and Dippy. Cherry Dr. Pepper hitting 3 of their own, and Pacing FC finding a kill of their place.
Oh, seeing a few of these just like offhand combats. Just I see what's going on down here.
Some people are just solo farming. It looks like a couple teams have been split farming. It looks like the entire team of Fool's Village will be separated at this early point. And it looks like Locked In as well is taking a chance to kind of farm up this right side. But everyone just kind of on their own right now. We'll see in a second where our meteors are going to be landing for day number 2. It's going to be Beach and Fire Station. We're running it back.
Beach and Fire Station. Those are really popular spots, especially with the tree over in Hotel. And while I speak of Hotel, we've got 2 teams. Barbara getting a pretty big stun. Not quite doing a ton of damage, but Pipe Up is half, jumping into the turrets and instantly gets dropped. Shun doing as much as he can, given the fact that he has an early game Subame and does go down. It's still day 1, but unfortunately Not is going to choose to run there.
It may be unfortunate, however, he has made his way down to Beach, and at the moment, there is no one to contest him. However, there is a little bit to be contested over on the side of Fire Station, as 2 of our teams are already starting to fight before the meteorite even falls.
They really want this meteor, huh? Lily Petal taking so much damage.
It's not even over there. They're looking at the complete other side of the zone.
Uh-oh. Dip
Looks like it is
instead
going to
get
go
it.
into Dip Dip and Dippy.
Oh, seeing some combat. Anot. Oh, Hopelessness going down. It's now to 2v2. Anot doing so much damage. But Ziggy on the Perda. Oh, goodness. I have a fear they're just gonna have to decide to send it and run. Shun trying to get as much as he can. But the heal saving Ziggy there.
Arda heal is real. It is something you should not underestimate under any way or form. Thankfully, they do not wipe.
Yeah. And over in archery range, trying to get those wolves. I do see a fight happening. Griff taking so much damage. Homie missing out on the using the bat skill into the wall, doing so much damage. Oh my goodness. These knockups and wall stuns doing so much.
This is a CC heavy team, to put it lightly, and Bowser now going to have to run away. They are not going to be able to get the stun from the Barba E. They're not going to be able to have the grenade, and this might be our first team down unless Homie might end up going down here.
Bowser.
The turn is ticking.
Turn that around really well there.
Will be able to get away, so there is a little bit of safety. There are a lot of teams in the area though, so they will have to be careful. But you see our alphas coming down, 1 over in Fire Station, 1 over in Beach, and a bunch of boxes being spread around the map.
Sing Sing's team, run it up, is oh, there's quite a few teams on the bottom of the map. They're either bottom or they're up top left. We do see the Omega spawning in Alpha? Alpha.
It would be an alpha.
The Alpha's spawning in soon. Looks like everyone's really spread at the moment. And this is round, oh.
We are starting to see some buys coming out as well. Run Up now getting their Force Core online for a nice Inquisitor buff.
Yes.
We will actually see Wild Tempest as well fighting over here against Pink Aurora. Pink Aurora also taking a lot of damage early on. Emily's already half health. Well, the entire team of Wild Tempest is sitting very healthy. And it does look like we have Cherry Dr. Pepper in the area as well. Bob a little bit forward for the rest of these teams, but Aina and Shun behind them.
Yes. It looks like they're still going to try to fight here.
Or not. This is just going to go as a free objective over to the members of Cherry Dr. Pepper.
I guess so. I forgot to change the round number while I was doing the scores. Oopsie. My bad. Sorry. Completely
On
my
the
bad.
other side of the map, we did not see it, but Pacing FC
Yeah.
is now finally reviving. They did lose 2 of their members over to Locked In.
They did.
Thankfully, we won't have to pay for them to be res.
Yeah. I did accidentally scoop my mouse over there and view what they were doing.
But they will be able to unlock a lab, and it does look like MG Boss will be entering, and that's going to be a nice credit lab to help catch Pacing FC back up.
Oh goodness. While that was going on, Dr. Cherry Peppers instantly down a member. Hi, Bob.
Shun's already gone.
Yeah.
They will be able to get the res, but the bat's still into the wall. I don't know if... I don't know if Bob's going to be getting out of this. He very much isn't. So Anot's now the last member alive. Speaking of fighting, it does look like Run It Up and Wild Tempest are going to be throwing hands again. Kira's going to be throwing out a little bit extra poke, trying to see if they can get any sort of damage, as Sang Sang will get rested up and potentially look for a engage onto Bowser. The exclusive coming out, trying to keep Bowser alive, but it's not enough. Wave function collapse burned, and that is going to be a pick. Thankfully, they won't have to worry about buying Bowser back, but that is a nice kill going over the ways of Run It Up.
Well, we have a little pause. I do kind of, oh, I say pause as teams are fighting over Meteorite here. Mizuha using the ultimate just to get out and maybe recover a little bit of health there. Shoot, everyone kind of taken a little above half. Douglas and MG Boss healing a bunch. Oh, oh no! Hi Bob jumping in and instantly dropping. Aina using the stasis. I don't think it's gonna be enough to save him.
Oh no, but here's the third party. Shun's been caught out. The uppercuts come in, and that's Cherry Dr. Pepper, our team that was doing so well last match. First team out. And Jaden's just gonna be able to reward them, their entire team with this meteor as Locked In comes to siphon all of this. As Pacing FC is just going to have to leave. They'll have to run red, get out of this, burn a Soul Stealer to get through, but they will be able to leave as a full team.
I was gonna say, oh, never mind. There's more fighting over in Forest. We're gonna be seeing 3 teams collapse on this, I think. It does look like Pink Aurora did split up, so we're gonna be seeing the red expended over on the Sua there.
It's better than getting caught out. As long as they are alive, that is what matters here the most. However, a 4th team is possibly entering Forest if we're not careful. A lot of these teams are on the south side of the map.
Yes. And being yelled
Wild
at in
Tempest
chat.
hiding in their bush. They are slowly making their way up to contest. Possibly for maybe some farm. There's not really an objective over here in Forest. They're just looking for blood.
Just like after that, ooh. Mizuha, or I guess it's Stereo jumping in. Internet wrap, trying to get the stun. Ooh. Really big pull from the Dema. But it looks like it's just not enough as the team of Wild Tempest is doing so much damage. Mizuha trying to keep their... trying to stand in the front. Is able to take down the stereo there, but
Internet Rap does get the
unfortunately,
bullets connecting.
Jealous of us.
This might be the end for Pacing FC. Or not, MG Boss does get the pick, but the turret's doing just enough. Bowser going to be the last member alive for Wild Tempest, and the member to get them all back up on their feet. Internet Rap will be revived, and they will just have to go buy back a stereo here using a mobile kiosk, and they are back on full force.
And then
However, it does look like we
Lockney
might
gets
have a contest
Ooh.
up towards the gas station side. Run up, Dip, and Dippy, both looking for this Omega. This is a hard team for them to fight in, but we do have the Inquisitor, we do have the Debilitation online. Kira should be able to hopefully chunk down a good chunk of damage to help Sang Sang kind of soften up these targets a bit. Especially with this Helix, we have a lot of shred on this team.
Yeah, that's a really hard team. They're all very melee outside of the Suva with the pokes. They can't really run in, especially with Kira's.
They also have a flare gun. Sang Sang now popping the flare gun. Our red box being called over in gas station. So this could be a really high ticket item for them. And I don't know if Dip and Dippy are going to see this and possibly come back to contest for it, or is Run Up just going to get even stronger? As the rest of our teams completely spread around the south and center side of this map.
I fear they're just
They
gonna
are
get stronger.
seemingly alone. This is horrifying. Just looking into it, we are going to be getting a day 4 and 30 seconds. Do we have anyone potentially saving up for blood? It does not look like it. We're not going to get any day 4 instant buy bloods unless Locked In is sitting at about 500 credits. They might end up having it, but as I said it earlier, they've come back, they see the red box, and the Wombo combo has come, and Run It Up has been absolutely thrown into the ringer, literally, instantly wiped.
Oh my god, that was...
And they have been rewarded with a ton of credits, a red box,
Someone's jealous of us.
a portable crafter for leg. That could be a nice little red shoes, maybe, a tap root. We'll see. Griff has been handed it.
Taproot.
It is a tap root.
That was kind of amazing to see. The triple
stood a little bit too
knockback
close
from
together.
Marcus into that Tetrahegon. Oh my god. That
There's
was
another team in the
crazy.
area. Yazi accidentally popping the Lumi, so Dip and Dippy should know they're here.
They're gonna be really strong now. They could potentially be seeing another blood buy here in a moment whenever they see a free moment.
Speaking of blood, there is some being shed down on the south side of the map.
There is...
We do have Wild Tempest and Locked In both fighting. Remember, Locked In are getting really low, and Internet Rap throwing out these rockets is very, very scary. They're just out of reach.
This looks like they're gonna choose to back up a little bit here.
I think Jignut just wants to buy.
Oh,
They're sitting on 500 credits. They're also sitting on a key card.
it's taking
So
so
Jignut
much
is in
damage.
really deep. However, Deus has been down. Jignut should be able to get out. No! He's actually going to get put down from this extra cataclysm. Lockney will be able to hop the wall and get away. And this should be just enough for them to get out.
It is day 4, so they are able to revive, but they have to use their blood credits for this.
No, I believe they should be fine. If Lockney buys... Nope, I was gonna say if Lockney buys Deus first, they would, but no, they are just going to get... Oh no, they do
They
have
did
enough
get
to
the
be
blood.
Blocking our way.
I was gonna say this before
But it has
all
been
the
passed
fighting.
over. That should be a Chinese opera mask, I believe.
Oh,
Just a little bit of pen. And oddly enough, Wickline has spawned and is completely uncontested. Pink Aurora locking that down immediately.
I was gonna say this. What do you think Run It Up is gonna run next round? Because now they no longer have Diarda to contest or like
There's
to
a
lock
lot of
them in.
characters.
They
I
do.
feel like the Priya might come out. The Priya
Potentially.
has been notoriously known to come out. We do actually have a couple other blood items being found. Holme actually now having a blood of their own, getting Queen of Hearts. And we do actually have Griff on both Scarlet, Scythe, and Crimson. And Wheat's having the red shoes. So this team is sitting on a lot of credits. Ziggy as well having the Necronomicon. And even more interesting, the Dragon's Fury to help shred for their team and to keep Yazi going.
Yes. looking, it's seeming a
Otherwise,
lot better than
anyways-
last round, that's for sure. I mean, I don't, kind of sounds mean. We're gonna be
Emily
seeing
sounds
2 team
probably
fights going on
clever.
here. I think Aurora versus Locked In and Fool's Village versus Wild Tempest. Oh, Bowser taking a ton of damage there, actually. He's Gerda is doing so much work. Oh, Hopelessness and Miyazi taken so
Oh, the
low,
box.
but it does look like they're able to heal up just a little bit from that Arda and take
Bowser's
Bowser
down.
down. But Hopelessness is down as well, leaving it as a 2v2. Ziggy just
Ziggy threw the
barely
box
out of
a little bit too
position.
far.
Oh, can Miyazi do
If
it?
Yazi can kill, yeah, it's really up to the internet wrap's down.
Oh,
It is
honestly.
solely up to Yazi to get everyone back up.
Wait, why are we not reviving?
Bowser has. They're wondering where Bowser's run off to. Bowser has crawled all the way down towards the dock and might be able to reset. As
Maybe.
it does look like Mysterio has flown off somewhere. Possibly going to go try to res or fly again. Possibly get a little bit more distance, come over towards Illumi as self-res has been popped. The AED is going off and Bowser will be back on his feet in a second.
Sure will. Fortunately, Asterios in a really, really bad spot here. Bowser is up,
Everything's
but Pink
kind of in a
Aurora's
rough
right around the
spot,
corner.
Asterios
Oh,
kind of
no.
walking into the middle of us.
Right, the White Lily into another team. Kind of scary.
5 teams left, and all of them are in this one small area of the map. Everyone is in Chapel, and everyone is in like the warehouse dock area. No one's in Factory. One team just started walking into Forest. Everyone is together. And Sarah's been found out. He
Oh,
will be able to get
no.
out, but the rat play did not work as well as he had
Yeah.
hoped.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be really rough for Wild Tempest from here on. Oh, nice pull onto Connie there. Fortunately, he takes
Think
the
Aurora has
worst
the
part of the
chance to go
trade.
in. Dace is
Yeah.
low.
Day is taking the worst of the trade, taken really low from Lily Petal, while trying to get a good play onto Kiani. Oh,
And see, we do have the
Bowser!
res.
Noelle
We do
is
have
back
the
as
red zone.
well.
Yep. However, the issue is Asterio is very separated from their team. Having to go and do loops around this chapel right now.
Unfortunately, it looks like they were trying to get the mobile VLS, but
Oh no.
doesn't work out.
Blink having
Oh
to be
no!
expended. And Rap is staying alive right now. There is a White Lily for their expense. They're able to jump over into Chapel as it does look like Asterio has come in. And it's a third party. Jignut's here. The uppercut has been expanded. Locked In will be backing off as all 3 teams are just going to take a second to reset, breathe. We have 40 seconds left until day 6. The center zone is going to be closing, and we're going to have to be fighting for our lives.
My goodness, the rat play worked out. I mean, they're all alive. They're not dead. You know, it could have been a lot
I'm
worse.
scared. Everyone's starting to
Unfortunately.
move their way down to warehouse, but if you look over in Forest, there seems to be a little something hiding.
Yeah, over in the chickens.
Someone might get jump scared. They're not careful.
Oh, Ziggy looking to oh, they do see it. Oh no. They're gonna be smushed between 2 teams here.
Yeah, the question is, are they going to just kind of respect each other's space, or are they going to start moving in?
They're
Does
moving
look
around.
Like Wild Tempest is going to take a little bit of red timer to get into a unexpected angle.
Does look like Wolf's Village is gonna try to go into the forest. Actually, no, they're coming back. They're backing into warehouse again.
Is Dippy just going to get this for free?
I guess. I mean, good for them.
One's starting to potentially look for a fight. No one wants to commit to this. They know there's other teams around in this area. Yazi now having Ghost Mode up for a little bit of time. Ghost
Oh,
Mode is
goodness.
down.
Locked
Ziggy's
in.
trying to get a pick. This locked in Fool's Village will actually start the fight.
Locked in, getting
On the
the
south
on the
side,
Ziggy for
Looks like Wild
hopelessness.
Tempest is going to start the engage onto Pink Aurora as well.
That was a really nice free don't know if it's called Free at Last, but really good ultimate coming from Yazzie to avoid Free at Last coming from the Cicella, taking down Lockney, as now it's just Deuce left. Deuce does manage to take down Ziggy, but
It's very
they
low.
are in a
They will have
stall.
the speed res. Speed res is back up. And these teams are still fighting. They haven't had any picks. Pink Aurora and Wild Tempest both really low on timer, and it looks like Fool's Village might just come in and eat all of this up.
Oh goodness! Your Wild Tempest down
Rapidly
to
has a
only
couple
Noelle.
seconds. They have reset the timer.
Kiani also really
They
low.
are able to kind of get out. Kiani able to survive just long enough to get them third, but that is going to be both our teams down. Fool's Village going to come up on top for this zone. And it is going to be Fool's Village versus Dip Dip and Dippy for our final zone in Chapel. Now,
Isn't
looking
this
at
our,
items, especially blood, I think there's a little bit of a disparity.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
like
isn't this
double the
our
blood.
non-NA team here?
Fool's Village is our EU team. Dip Dip and Dippy is one of our resident NA teams made up of some rather interesting folks. Speaking of interesting folks, taking the White Lily straight over there, trying to just absolutely kill Yazzie before he can do anything, but the ult has been popped.
Not quite
And they're
getting
trying to
the
keep him
knockup.
alive. Pull me down. Griff
Hopeless.
trying to do whatever they can, but they are falling low.
Homie, going down. The team of Dip and Dippy is actually even worse for wear here.
I'm not surprised. This team really needs to kind of take their pressure early. They don't do well late game. However, the White Lily's back up, and they are back to run it back again. As the Tetragon is expanded, they're going for Ziggy this time. They know their objective.
They do manage to get Ziggy down, but Yazzie, the anti-melee character, expending the ultimate, unfortunately looks like they're
They
not.
can't reset. Trying to stop the res.
Does look like they were able to. Oh, the fight of melees.
This is
Wailing at
turning
each
around.
other. Oh, Yazzie just taking too much
They
damage.
are almost unkillable. Griff is holding so much health along with this smash totem and this weapon skill. The axe healing so much you can't get away from him. I feel Ziggy did have to blow up so they stopped healing. But no, Dip Dip and Dippy does end up coming out on top.
Kind of crazy. They knew their target. They went for it. And once they did it, they managed to actually take the lobby.
It just took one quick reset and they were back to full strength.
Yes, of course. It was kind of crazy to watch, especially against Run It Up there. They played so well with each other, and just being able to get the wombo combo in 100-0, all three of them before anything could even go down. Ziggy, yeah, doing not quite the most of the damage. That's Noelle and Bowser, both respectively doing over 35,000 damage. It's a really bloody game. There's really
Literally.
no chance to really sit and just yap about anything. We try to yap, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, something else is going on. What's going crazy here? Yeah, you know, that probably made no sense, but anything you wish to add there, North?
Not much. I'm curious to see how our scores are going to line up. I'm curious very much to see how these bans are going to go. Because there's a couple players in here that I'm curious what they're going to go on to. I'm genuinely scared. There's some that I kind of expect some things on. I'm kind of expecting... Sang Sang hasn't locked his two mainstays yet, so that's another thing. Sang Sang, usually we do not see him on Iswan. Usually we see him on either Arda, or we see him over on Isol. Or no, we usually see him on Isol, or we usually see him on Luke. My bad, I can't speak English today.
I mean, I can't either, so...
We are on a 5-minute break, so we do have a little bit of time.
Oh,
People
yes, we
can
do. Okay. That is nice,
can take,
everyone. Get your drinks, get your water. We'll be back
got tea for myself.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll put some music on for you. Have a nice little relax. Might be seeing some switches coming out from characters, but until then, Have a nice little break. Bye-bye. Whoa! Crazy. Welcome back. What are your thoughts? Oh, we do have the scores. So we do have the scores
do have
ready.
scores.
We do have scores. Okay. So in first place, we have runner-up still with 6 phase 1 kills, 19 phase 2 kills, and 34 total kills. Second place, we have Dip Dip and Dippy with 32 total points. And in third, we have Locked In with 23 total points. And in fourth, we have Wild Tempest with 22 total points.
You're gonna have to keep going. I don't see our scores. I do not have them.
In fifth, we have Cherry Dr. Pepper with a 19.5 total points. Sixth, we have Fool's Village with 18 total points. Seventh, we have Pacing FC with 13 total points, and Pink Aurora last with 12 total points. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get our ban graphic ready. So it's looking a little scuff.
I can, however, read off our bans for us if that is better.
If you want, we do have some changes. So Locked In, we have Rin coming in, seeing the Priya. Oh goodness, what a comp! Priya, Tonfolion.
Neo Spitter's come in for running up. Ren's come in for Locked In. We do have, I believe we have, it is going to be Chata under the name Pyboob for Dip Dip and Dippy.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe there is, I believe Pybob has come in for Cherry Dr. Pepper. I believe they were there beforehand, if I am correct.
Oh goodness. So Chata coming in?
Yep, Chata has come in. We have Pyboob and Pybob in the same lobby.
Oh
They've done
goodness.
this to us intentionally.
Okay.
But we have seen a lot of more interesting picks. However, despite the art getting banned out by several teams, someone still found a way to play it. Reese has brought it out for himself.
Whoa.
Now that the other artists are gone, there is there. And the other thing I did mention, I do see it, Ziggy has brought out the Nathaphon. This is their mainstay comp. So Yazi is on as a here. This is going to be quite interesting. You have two of the scarier mages in this game at the moment. One that can very much lock you down and not allow you to do anything. And Zahir, who has
both no ability though.
Very, very, very high staying power. You can get cycled by this character very, very easily.
The only thing I worry about is there's no mobility.
I mean, they do have hopelessness to kind of peel away for them. This 11 should be able to kind of keep them away with a taunt.
Are they running? They are running Quake. So there is potential that they could just like jump in on their teammate being Dove and kill them with the Quake hammer skill to reduce their defense and really put some pressure on. I guess we'll really have to
see. Huge amount of characters that can capitalize on it, though. We do see an Isaac in the lobby that might be able to get a good pull out of Chata. We do see, I mean, maybe Pybob can get a good pull on this Lennox. Maybe Dr. Douglas goes in pretty deep, and maybe Kiani has a really good demo. But I'm not seeing a lot of teams decide maybe Jugnaut, this Leon maybe getting a good service up. I don't see many teams that can really capitalize off picking off a backline very easily.
Cherry Dr. Pepper. I mean, for Lennox. Facing FC with Alonzo, that's more diving in rather than getting a pick off on a backline.
Yeah, it's like if they dive in, you can still get past them.
Most of these teams are very dive. Though. You've only got we've only got one true pick someone who's out of place out, if that makes any sense.
It's a lot of front to back style, it seems.
Yes. Decided Pacing FC.
We are loading up. We'll see if there's anything interesting as we go through this.
That's not correct.
I am seeing something a little bit interesting from Dip Dip and Dippy. This is a Stellar Charge Isaac. So this is a full purple augment from Dip Dip and Dippy.
Full purple.
And running the blink instead of what is, I guess, usually seen for a false oath.
Oh, yes. I hear what you're saying.
Maybe there's something going on there? I don't know. They like to run some funny comps.
I mean, we've seen it so far. Because I do know that Fool's Village can technically still run the art if they really wanted. They have one more game left of it.
They do. However, I am curious to see, we should start seeing possibly some early fighting coming out soon, especially considering some teams have started making their mainstay home. both Ziggy and Yazi taking their spot over in Cemetery. No one's really going to come and contest them.
Yeah.
But Homie has hit the ground, and it does look like Anot has taken the first blood. Cherry Dr. Pepper, first one on the board yet again. This team really liking these early picks, these early engages. And it does look like Hercules is down, as well as Lily, as Locked In is going to take 2.
And Lily Puddle actually doing a lot of work in this 1v2, actually. Yeah, doing quite a bit. Oh, Ziggy! Oh, they do get the big combo.
Has been pulled.
Oh,
there we go.
there it
There's
is.
the combo. You don't get to play the game. I'm sorry. This is what we expected out of Fool's Village. They're now taking up their mainstays. This is what we've seen Ziggy on quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Bob just running down Lily Puddle. Oh, the Blue Viper just barely getting off. Anot being able to take down Annalise there. Trying to get as much as they can, able to finish off Lily Puddle as Kiani is the last one left. They still have a green chest.
That is actually concerning. Yeah, well, they're on blue now. Kiani is sitting on, blue. It does also look like Lily Petal also sitting on just a hairband at the moment. Does not have their full headpiece. They're finishing it up now. As night ticks over, we now have the Crystal Tiara, so they are fine.
Asterio, Bowser.
They have a good spot to farm.
It's a really spicy team. We see that quite a bit actually in NA, especially when we get the Walmart PJs, backline.
Have the Theodore, so this is something that I expect a little bit more, I guess, coming out of Bowser. More of an ADC player.
With the
Having
Rossi.
the Theodore is gonna be nice.
So I typically know him for the Rossi Katya, so I think something a little more up his lane. Yan?
So this is something, he had been playing a lot of Yan, so maybe we'll see that later, maybe we won't. We'll see how they want to play this.
I mean, you can't play the same character multiple times. Well, play him twice. So after that, we may be seeing quite a few changes. If they want to change to a more frontline burst character, it could very well be possible. Oh, Ziggy! Getting a really nice solo kill onto the ISOL there, to Rin.
Rin has fallen, but we have 30 seconds left till the start of day 2. We have our meteors falling over in archery and police, and everyone seems to be kind of focusing more towards these trees, as Ziggy has landed a massive ult onto a very poor and now dead Deus.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina going straight back into the death box.
And then Hotel, yeah. Pink Aurora and Locked In. Oh, Neo.
Is looking a lot better now.
Sing Sang on the ADCs that I know him for, taking down Lily Petal. Oh goodness, Neo insane while using the ultimate. White Lily coming out, Hercules dropping to missing the pull on Annalise, but seeing the two enemies of Pink Aurora down, they just kind of get a free tree here. Does look like we're seeing another fight.
Yep.
Oh goodness, I see what you mean. Alonzo trying to survive as much as he can, but the damage from these two mages, it's doing so much.
They can't do much. This is 5 kills already for Ziggy. Like, there is 6 kills on Fool's Village. It is day 2. It's just started. And they're double everyone's kills in the entire lobby.
Jeez.
The only team that's coming close is Cherry Dr. Pepper. But speaking of killing going on, it looks like we might have a little bit more on the south side as Lily Petal's trying to book it. Kiani possibly getting picked by Locked In if you're not careful.
It's looking very likely. Jigna getting the knock.
Does connect. Kiani.
No.
Lily Petal has come back. No, the way Lily gonna be able to get out though.
Wait, Lily over the wall.
A lot of fighting everywhere else on the map though. Everyone is fighting. Everyone is here.
Yazzie taken really low. Oh, missing the tornado onto Whis. Oh, still doing a decent amount of damage. Ziggy looks like he managed to get out safely. Oh, Yazzie knowing what's going up, but unfortunately just goes down there. With Ziggy being gone, yeah.
We also missed it. Cherry Dr. Pepper is completely gone.
Oh.
They're completely dead. They ran into Wild Tempest, and Wild Tempest just said, no,
So
goodbye.
fortunate.
You're done.
They did so well in that first game, and now these last two, they've and now I believe our first team.
They've been falling really early, so I mean, there's a lot to be concerned about. First buys are starting to come through for a lot of these players. Objectives are starting to come up. We will be seeing a alpha over in both Forest and Alley. A lot of teams starting to position themselves over towards Forest, as we have two of our members over there. We
Yeah,
have
instantly
both
going
Run It
down.
Up and Pacing FC heading over there.
Oh, Fool's Village. I believe this might be the end of them. Oh, unless Ziggy does manage to get out there.
I do believe in Ziggy. He did get the pick. He did get the kill. He is going to be able to walk away. I don't really have much in the way of farm, but...
Well, Blink coming out to avoid the belly buster, but
he's just going to keep walking, keep his team nice and
Yeah.
safe. We don't want to wipe. We don't want an incident of game one.
yeah, they're doing the best they can at the moment, trying to keep their team as safe, get them to the
Oh,
late game
God.
in which both of these characters shine. Oh, Wiz does see it, getting the
Waiting for the
double
dash.
cube, but MG Boss going down.
They specifically waited for the dash coming out from MG Boss.
Unfortunate. I mean, that's kind of how you play that character, right? You wait for your enemy to make a mistake, and you either catch them or you dive into them and force them to make a mistake. It's looking really scary. It does look like they might actually wipe here. Oh no, the Alonso did manage to come up as it leads into a third party. Jingnut taking so much damage. Homie, Beanston to going down. Weiss going down. Alonso, the last one left. He did manage to get out of there, but I don't
Shadow
think that was
also going to be able
work.
to escape. Shadow's going to be able to get out, so we won't see a wipe from locked in onto Dip, Dip, and Dippy.
Yeah.
Going to be able to get out, possibly reset, go for an objective maybe, or find a nice place to call home. As some of these other teams are getting their buys, some of these other teams are seeing their reses. We have a lot of people up in the north side.
Sure are. Oh goodness, look at that. Got a team, got two teams over in, oh, really bad place to actually spawn for Dip Dip and Dippy, right onto this Cella team over. Run it up.
They've been forced away though, so maybe?
Hi Bob trying to get some damage. Oh, Homie sending it, but unfortunately takes most of their health down instead. Sang taking so much damage. Doesn't quite go down.
teleport
Pie Bob
away.
instead.
Shadow not able to catch.
Oh,
Going to pull over
no.
the wall and should be good.
Fiarda being able to
Hercules might end up
catch.
getting picked if they're not careful. The tick damage not doing enough. We's not having Hex, and the debilitation not going to be able to enough to kill off Hercules.
Homie jumping down onto Hercules, taking them down. Neo Spitter and Sang choosing to split up there. It does look like there was another fight over in archery.
Does look like they might be re-engaging over archery.
Potentially. Oh, yeah, Bowser sending in the energy field. Getting the mass root onto Dr. Douglas. As the rest of their
He's
team is
down
taking
already.
so much damage. Do they wipe? They do wipe. Being our...
Pacing FC, our second team out already. That was a very, very fast wipe coming for them. Wild Tempest very much trying to kind of barrel through this competition.
I mean, they saw them in the corner. They decided, may as well just full send it, and they did, and even with
And now
the-
they're kind of being
oh,
rewarded. They're the only team over here, and there's an Omega spawning soon.
Sang getting healed, but unfortunately still taking so much damage. Pie Bob taking so much damage as well, but this healing from Arda, it may not seem
It's
like much,
deceptive.
but it's keeping them ever so slightly alive. Pie Bob jumping in, as is Weiss. Sang being able to take down both Pie Bob and Weiss. Homie, the last one left. That was a really good turnaround.
Yep, Chada is down.
Well done, my loyal servant.
Chada. Oh, it's... Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
Chada.
see.
Pie Bob's been dead for a hot minute. This is why we call him Chada.
Oh,
We're gonna mix
oh.
this up quite a bit.
Oh no. That's a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm just glancing over at names to make sure I'm saying things
Alright,
as correct as I
gotcha,
can.
gotcha.
And,
Pink
Uh-oh.
Aurora and locked in looking to fight over here in Cemetery as the ult lands. And it's getting a good bit of damage on Jignut, but Priscio of Agony not going to be able to find that kill.
Do you know what I find really funny?
What is that?
Isn't the team that locked in running the team that Run It Up started using quite a bit during ERCS?
Yeah. Kira's is usually the one on this Priya.
Yeah.
Sang would usually be the one on this
Nice.
Isol, and Jignut is on Jignut's on this funny E-Kitten mode here.
Oh, Dip and Dippy is against Run It Up.
E-Kitten Leon. There's another team in the area. They do have to be careful.
It's the team you've been kind of warning us about, Fool's Village. Oh goodness, it does look like Dip and Dippy is in a really rough spot at the moment. Let's take a quick look while the other teams are just trying to disengage. Well, we stopping the revive onto Hercules. There's a red box. I think Whis just really wants this red box here.
Oh, they almost lost Hercules to timer. There's 3 seconds left. As the energy field gets expended by Bowser to hit nothing. The red box has landed, and it looks like Neo is going to be picked. And just out of nowhere, Wild Tempest is coming and
Terminate.
securing a headpiece.
They turned it
As
around.
the full team... Oh no, that is Pink Aurora completely gone. Terminate has happened.
Oh goodness.
Locked in has taken them out.
The curse of multiple fights going on at the same time. Oh, Dip and Dippy is really spread apart here. The energy field just lets them go really fast if they see a fight or anything that they really want. They can just kind of send it. It enhances Theodore's abilities or the speed of
They
which
did
his
get
abilities
rewarded as
charge.
well. So Bowser now sitting on this blood crown. Very, very horrifying piece of gear. As well as, we didn't see it, but a key card has been dropped.
Ooh.
Neo is holding it in his hands, and it happens to be a funny color. It happens to be the
Gamma.
one leading straight to Gamma. So this team that was sitting a little bit weird, they weren't able to get their buy safely. They're going to be able to get this blood buy coming out for Sang since he's sitting on 500 credits, and we know how much he likes being the hero of this story.
See 2 blood already on Wild Tempest here.
They do have the Fail Knot coming out as well. A very scary item here, 10% pen. They will
Especially
end up
on
having that.
Blood Nadine. I'm not
Yup.
Blood Nadine, Bow Nadine.
Bow and Blood Nadine, both.
Oh,
There is blood, there is bow. I think I'm more concerned because I'm just seeing this. We now have Wickline spawning over in Cemetery, but we have both the red boxes really close. One being in stream, one being in pawn. But they are one Arda ult away.
we might be
You
seeing
can
some pretty
reach
big
at both of
contests.
these.
Some pretty big
This
contests coming
could
from
be
multiple
very
teams.
spooky. But we are
Oh,
seeing...
they're converging.
We are seeing team Run Up come back in. Sang does not have the blood. He actually is not having it this time. Hercules is going to be the one with the blood, having the nice Black Lotus Shuriken. Surprising coming from Sang, who very much likes to be the hero of the story. Not taking the blood for himself, actually buying it for his teammate.
Locked in Wild Tempest, going at it. Just being able to use the dance really effectively. Bowser and the Nadine going down here. Plus they wipe.
Wild Tempest is gone, and
They're our strongest
they
team.
might see this now. Fool's Village is in the area. They will
are.
be seen beforehand, but this is going to go down before. It does look like Fool's Village will just end up taking cameras and walking away, as Jignut does have the blood.
And
Run Up will be fighting over these red boxes as Whis goes down. Pie Boob, aka Chata, gonna be the last member alive for Dip and Dippy.
Fortunately, Shada's just gonna be running into Yazadon here.
I mean, they also have.
I think
they
saw
have
the
this funny
ping.
chess piece. They have this funny chess piece, so there is potential here.
Funny chess piece.
Yeah, they have the funny.
Burgundy.
It's a possibility. I mean, this is a.
Seeing
This is
another
more of
blood
a
sample.
tank style Isaac. Another blood's come out for Deus as well. Let's see.
They're
Rin's
so
got the
weak.
Burgundy. He's got the Eldian.
They can maybe...
Hercules is sitting on a tap root. It's like we're getting a lot more bloods. We have 2 on the Sicilla and 2 on the Sisal here.
Unfortunately, Dip Dip and Dippy is our weakest team at the moment, given the fact that
They are back. Homie will now be rewarded with the chess piece.
they just have no items compared to the rest of the
Queen
lobby.
of Hearts or not. It is going to go Bikini, so the Abigail will survive a little bit longer.
They did manage to find a meteorite, so we do see the moon going on to Weiss here.
We's hopefully going to be able to kind of excel with this. However, I don't know how well that'll go, especially when you're getting half health that early.
Yeah, just kind of walking face first into
Shadow's going to spend the ult to use defensively for safety.
Homie,
And Homie
though.
is in the back. He's taking a pick onto Hercules, and Neo is falling really low. Weiss is holding the back pretty far. Nimrod's gate straight to the back, but that is right near the Wick team, as Neo is now stuck without a dash.
And then Sang, unfortunately, trying to use the most of this Subame ability, but
Not going to be able to do it.
yeah.
Running up, going to be out. 3 teams
Especially-
left. Dip, Dip, and Dippy, Fool's Village, and Locked In.
Oh,
As,
goodness.
unfortunately...
Ooh,
Oh, no.
what a car stop. Oh,
I mean,
goodness.
Chad is out.
Chada is out, but unfortunately it's day 5, so I need to find Lumi. They did manage to get credits off of Run It Up, but it's gonna be a little
Lumi's not in a
tricky.
place where they are going to be able to get res. Lumi is currently
Oh.
in Chapel at the moment.
It's gonna end up
Very
in-
far from their team. And going into red. Shadow's going to have to go hide up by left side temple.
Yeah. It's not... Well, there they go. They're going... Less? Wait, where are they going?
Huh. I mean, they might have just instinctively flown this direction to kind of make sure they don't get any pings, and they might fly in late, perhaps?
Maybe. The locked-in's points are kind of insane here.
Yeah, this is going to be their big catch-up game, and now we actually see Jignut as well with the taproot, so... I mean, a nice little set of shoes for them. I want to see Ziggy land a big ult on this. They do have the extra trail cams. They are able to see a little bit further. So no one's going to know that they... Well, Ziggy and Co are going to know they're coming. Fool's Village will have complete complete ideas knowing this is going on.
I think they see the telephone camera from the trail cam.
I believe you're right. However, I don't know where
Oh.
Locked In's going. They may have found Shadow. So Dip, Dip, and Dippy, despite being fully back, have shown up to the wrong team.
Oh,
So
unfortunate.
Weiss and Homie are alive. However, they're now down in Isaac. So they've traded places. Isaac now gets to sit out, while the Abigail and the Arda get to play. Now,
You know what I
the
think
real
they
question
did?
is Locked In gonna go? I think they waited until TP was up, and I think they went over to a spot to get the res.
Just...
Echoes of the Earth expended. Boxes come out.
Just trying to do as much as they can dancing around the
They
field,
can't
but
really, unfortunately.
unfortunately, yeah, Deuce
This
is
Arda's not able
running.
to do enough damage.
Yeah.
Unlike how Kyrus has been playing with like the extra health they've been able to play with in the Inquisitor, yeah, they're not able to do as much as they would like. And there we go, Dip, Dip, and Dippy are going to be out.
26 points from Locked In. Now we
Fool's
can
Village are going to be have the one to shut them down.
Now we
So
can
we are starting to
kinda...
see some extra gear. We do have 2 trail cameras. Has he passed them around? Ziggy has not passed around any trail cameras for their team, as Hopelessness is sitting on 2 regular cameras. And,
It does look like Locked In is much stronger than Fool's
Locked
Village
In is
at
a
the moment.
lot stronger.
Yeah.
The thing I'm concerned about is, do they have traps?
The thing
Tactical
with
module.
Fool's Village as well is I think they have a much higher burst potential. Locked
If
In...
they get a pick, yeah.
Because Locked In
Ziggy
is
now
more
has Blink
consistent.
2.
Sorry,
Instead of getting
well-
the Quake 2, they are getting Blink 2. Might be very important against this team,
Interesting.
especially with the Leon. You
Oh,
never know, this could be
true.
very important.
their poke potential's a little worse and locked in, but their all-in burst potential, especially with an R-stop combo, I could see it being really impactful for how the game might end up going.
I think Hopelessness needs to burn these blinks. There is a blink onto our Ice-Soul. Deus is running Soul Stealer, so that's not happening.
Oh, missing the
The
R-stop.
ult has been come out. No connection. And it's 40 seconds till it comes back. I don't know if they're going to have enough time for it to come back up and for it to be impactful. Yelsey taking half his health already. And Hopelessness trying their best. I don't think Hopeless is going to get anything out of this. Because the Earth coming out.
Ziggy missed their E. The pullback, they do manage to get it that
Hold
time,
on,
but
Win is
deuce.
low. Jignut's going to be able to get the pick. I don't think Ziggy's going to be able to do this. They're all still full and healthy. Deus giving him a lot of shields. Jignut giving him a lot of shields.
So that was what I was worried about. The second that Emma... That's not Emma.
That's
11.
not Emma. There is no Emma. Not in this lobby.
Elena. 11.
There is no Elena either.
11. The second 11 jumped in, they pulled out the Echoes of the Earth, which was what I was really afraid of, because it can really deny a lot of potential damage. Because not only is it a damage reduction for Priya herself, it causes the team that is diving to have to fully back up. Otherwise, they risk taking a bunch of damage, which they did, and unfortunately, I think that was their downfall. Ziggy did do the most damage in the lobby, though, at 37k.
I'm not surprised there. He is very scary on this character. Or no, Ziggy only dropped 15k. You're looking at Rin. Rin dropped 37k.
Rin! Whoa, my bad.
What we'll say is we do have our... we have our round 4 set up for Omega Block, so we actually have our bands thing this time. Unfortunately, we were not able to show it off last time. However, we have it now. So
we have it now.
Oh my god, we have the funny graphic.
You're gonna have to give me a moment.
Please,
Where
we're
is
playing
it?
Eternal Return. It is wait a meowment, please.
Wait a meowment. Got it.
I will wait a singular meowment.
Where's the graphic? I'm waiting.
Over in the qualifiers stuff.
Oh! For round 4?
Yep.
Oh. Got it.
That should be correct.
Okay. Okay, then you're gonna have to, I have to put the scores.
Oh, you're perfectly fine. Just get those stores up. I'll start reading them. Just let me know. I will go all the way through for it. I will take all of them if you let me.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Are the scores up? I can't see. I'm legally blind.
Do you want me to send you the Google Doc? Or the drive?
See a lot of stuff. I can see Cal has been putting in the scores.
Yes. Oops.
So as long as scores are up, I can read them.
Okay, as long as they're up on my screen.
Yep. As long as the stream can see them. That is all that matters.
You're gonna have to give me 1 second. Copy pasted the wrong.
Crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out.
Crashing out. Okay. Okay, there they are, I think.
We have the scores.
We do have the
my
scores.
God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our scores up. Well, Aya gets our funny, fun graphic up. I'll read off the scores for all of you lovely people. Locked In is taking first place, 35.5 kill points, 55 points overall. Run Up coming in second place. They are very much running it up. 30.5 kill points, 46.5 points overall. Dip in Dippy, 25 kill points, 44 points overall. Wild Tempest coming in fourth, 25 kill points, 34 points overall. Fool's Village coming up from the bottom from that very, very slow start now with 16.5 kill points and 30.5 points overall. And Cherry Dr. Pepper, 19.5 kill points, 22.5 points overall. Pink Aurora, 7 kill points, 15 points overall. And Pacing FC, 7 kill points, 14 points overall. That is game 3. We have 3 more games left after our next game. We'll be taking another 5-minute break.
Yes.
But should be getting everyone in and set.
I remembered to change the rounds.
Oh my god. Just waiting on the last member of Dip Dip and Dippy.
I'm so tongue-tied. I'm so sorry.
See, this is why you should have more tea. It solves a lot of problems. That's all I'm saying. I'm totally not advertising for tea, just in general. But we have everyone in the lobby. We should be able to start ready checks and get everyone going right away.
Was there anything you weren't expecting from the last lobby? I mean, I personally wasn't expecting Locked In to be running the Run It Up team comp and running away with, what, 30-something points?
I'm honestly a little bit surprised to see Sang Sang on the Tsubame instead of their usual ISOL, because we know how well Sang Sang plays ISOL.
I think he was wondering
They are better on ISOL.
to save it for the end, but I'm unsure. I'm not saying.
I mean, to be fair, they can also play Luke. Neo also has Luke. I'm curious if they'll bring it out. Sang Sang very much likes to run it down. I don't know if it just doesn't work with her. Kira's might come back in for the last 2 games to bring out the Priya, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff to go through with this. They started out really strong, and now they're in second. They should very much still, with how comfortable their points are right now, making it into semis. However, it's still up for debate. There's still anything that can happen. And Fool's Village, immediately, Yazidron and Ziggy locking in the Nathapon and the Zahir, respectively.
So here we
and
see
then,
the bans.
I am seeing something scary.
Scary?
I saw Hercules hovering the Kyonmu for a second, and now he's looking over to Sylvia. Sang Sang is considering some options.
We know,
I don't know how much I like some of these.
So we know some people may want to save their best picks for last, but we know with Cherry Dr. Pepper, like Shun basically plays Tsubame most of the time. So I'm wondering if some teams are trying to play for the early and then start working with the later, and just kind of figuring things out then, and just hoping that their lead was good enough to carry them? Or are we seeing now that some teams went with a weaker early game to then play their stronger characters late game?
Tell me he isn't doing it. Tell me he hasn't brought it out. I see it. It's potential. It might be real. Whis has the heavy knee pads on the Bernice. However, I know he also likes to, and I quote, run tank Bernice. For this team, Shada is on Yumin, Homie is on Hyejin. This could be a tank Bernice.
I do enjoy a good tank Bernice. Wait, but
I need to check these arguments. He very much could be running tank Bernice. It's Unwavering Mentality Cavalcade. It could be tank Bernice. It could not be. I don't know. We'll see how he builds.
I'm very unsmart. I updated the graphic for in-game, but I forgot to push the save button, so it would show up on OBS. Yeah. So I just saw it. I was like, wait a second, that's incorrect.
We do also have a couple other characters coming in. Anon's on Tia. We have seen that. Nizuharu's on Dailin. We haven't seen Dailin yet at all.
Correct. We haven't seen a cat.
Where is my cat? Where's that? Someone run the cat. Come on.
I need the
Give
cat.
me a cat. I want a cat.
Do not. Oh, never mind.
Someone run the cat for me. Totally. Surely. I'm gonna have a Yumen.
I'm really curious about the Yumen.
Gonna be running Yumen. I mean, Yumen is, after last patch, one of the highest damage characters in the game for mages right now. Very strong, very scary, very consistent. Was actually S tier for a period of time.
How was Yumen buffed?
I don't even remember.
Your start is weak.
I don't play the character. I just know the character has been really strong showing recently, and a lot of people have been playing him. We've seen him a lot more in scrims.
I really like Yumen myself,
so maybe
actually.
we'll see this. We also see a Hyejin this time as well, so we do have some fear coming online.
We do see a
It is a bow Hyejin, so we're very good there.
Oh, the entirety of Locked In, Run It Up's team and Locked In's team is once again going to be banned. We're going to be seeing a lot of bans coming out again. Entire team comps.
We'll get use out of the graphic. Hell yeah. Woo.
Whoa. Oh. Chata just standing still, waiting for their demise. I haven't finished my sandwich yet. Oh, Anat on the Tia. I don't remember seeing Anat play Tia very much. Oh, being able to dodge the R
it's a really
stop,
good pick.
but it is.
I don't know if they're getting... No, the White Lily gonna be getting them out.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of kills already going down. Cherry Dr. Pepper having 2, Locked In having 2.
It's gonna be a really strong pick. It's just gonna be really scary. Especially if they're gonna have to stay back to back.
Locked In having 3.
Yeah.
Facing FC having 1.
Whoa, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Sing jumping in, trying to combo, but instantly gets popped by the Mickey.
That's Hercules falling as well. Looks like Neo is going to be the one to have to run away.
Still day one, so even if you do wipe, it's not the worst.
Not the end of the world.
I mean, it's not great.
You'll have to sit out for a bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I like when you wipe just before day 2, but with just enough time so you can see which zones are free for the objectives. I don't know if that makes any sense, because I know some people would think that's weird, but I think getting vision to what could be free is really strong, especially when you just come off a wipe.
Yeah.
Run it up, and I think
we...
Aurora retaking this. Neo missing out on the slam onto Kiani there.
See on a lot of abilities on Kiani.
Yeah.
I mean, the uppercut should be up. If they find a good opening onto Sang, then maybe. Hercules should be able to avoid a lot of this. Annalise is looking for an engage, and Sang is just going to teleport away. Lily Petal is just going to try to stand there and damage tank it. Not going to be able to do anything. Annalise is going to have to book it. However, the knockup has connected, and Hercules fallen, and Annalise clutches, wiping out Run It
Oh my
Up.
god. That's crazy.
This Sylvia character's kind of busted. What the heck?
Oh. And well, that's
The
going
meantime,
over.
Locked In. Fighting Facing FC. Facing FC surprisingly holding on. Barely. This health bar is expendable. Jignut's just barely alive. Mizukara on a sliver of HP.
Oh goodness. Sing.
MG
That's not
boss
Sing.
going to
That's
fall.
Rin. Oh.
Jignut's still there. The duck dive not going to connect. Douglas trying to stay alive, but here comes Deus. They're back in the fight.
The Lead Island trying to get
this is about
something.
to be turned
Another
around on them.
terminate. Fool's Village. It's like Dip and Dippy managed to kill Fool's Village there whilst this was going on. And
Terminate number 3, Pacing FC, going to fall to Locked In. We have 10 seconds left. Guys, you gotta better get this out of your system now, because it is almost time for the timer to start.
ADC.
And it looks like all of our objectives have started. We have a meteorite going down over in Dock, and we have one going up in Alley. And everyone's kind of gotten their objectives. And with 2 of the teams respawning, there's only so much space for all these teams.
But Chata, seeing this tree was free, but unfortunately it does look like the team of Locked In didn't notice. Yazidon taking so much damage against Whis. Oh, there's 3 teams.
Chata farms some wolves, and then RNG drops straight for Deus. Locked In's gotten stronger.
Oh no. Helplessness, truly helpless in the situation against 2 teams. Explosibola coming out of stereo, just gonna drop the Noel internet wrap. Kind of just standing back, deciding to farm the Ravens, getting some stacks. Stack check.
Ziggy's being chased down.
118,
and that is one member of Fool's Fool's Village left. In Yazi.
Okay, not taking so much damage, forcing the blink against the Q. Oh, Jignut.
Oh, Jignut.
White Lily, but does not land. Oh no!
It's not worth risking it. They are the last member alive for their team. It is smart of them for just them to leave.
And there's still this team down here of Pie Bob versus Chata going on over in
Are they really
hospital.
fighting? Do we have the pie boob, pie bob situation?
It was for a second.
Stared at each other like, how could you? Why
was
did
a
you do
voice
this to me,
crack.
brother?
That was Mr. Voice crack. Whoopsie. I just want to look at all these X's on the map over in a factory. Oh my goodness. Well, let's look over in a fire station. This is not uptown. Thank you, game.
Seems like we will be having a fight between Locked-In and Pacing FC as Mizuhara is going in trying to do big damage. Suppress coming out onto Deus, not going to be able to do enough. It does look like they are going to be able to find Rin.
Even with the suppress, the Echoes of the Earth went off. Oh goodness, there's a third team coming in here.
That would be a fourth team.
Four
as
teams.
Dip and Dippy and Run It Up both show up.
There's also another fight down
big
here.
damage here.
Oh, we're seeing the ultimate come out. Neo Splitter going down. Sing Sing also taking a bunch of damage. Feared, but does look like they are going to reset. It looks like the Mithril is going over to Pacing FC.
Yep, that was turned into what I believe is an elegant gown over here for the Sua. MG Boss going to be having a nice little chess piece. And Sang Sang now looking to pick a fight over with Jignut and going to find that confirmed.
That was clean.
Unfortunately, Jignut is crying a little bit as their teammate has teleported away, leaving them to their death. A single tear. But everyone's going to start getting their items in. Everyone's going to start getting everything. But Run Up, well, they're not ready to buy. They need some more blood.
Oh, Homie fearing Neo Splitter and proccing the SSM. We do see Free at last coming out. Neo Splitter taking so much damage once again. Sing Sing running at Homie, but Homie is surviving Hercules. Oh, just trying to run, but unfortunately does get chased down. Sing Sing, the last one left, having to run to a better position. It does. Oh, it's gonna be a really weird position for Pacing FC, right above the team that just won against Run It Up.
Run Up started really strong, and now they're starting to fall off. They only have 3 kills to their name, and they're dying left, right, and center. They still have a little bit of time before this starts getting quite expensive, and Cemetery is opening up, so there's a lot of farm for them. However, Dip and Dippy, Pacing FC, they're going at it. And that's a lot of damage coming out. Mizuhara's already gone. However, Homie has been traded out. Whis is low. However, MG Boss can only do so much.
Especially in a 1v2.
Yep. They will just walk away. They'll avoid the wipe. Everyone's still on timer. They won't have to worry about this. And Whis is going to be able to secure the Meteor. On the south side of the map, though, we have a little bit of a different story.
Does look like
versus Cherry Dr. Pepper.
Kiani
and Diamond has been scared from the box in a tree. Full Rainbow has come out, only stunning Kiani. Uppercut expended.
Analyze with triple knockup. So it wipes Dr. Cherry Pepper once again, being the first team out. Oh no.
Big Aurora is just starting to run through these people.
Analyze.
This was our bottom seeded team, and they were doing extremely well.
That triple knockup
secured a tree
was
for
insane.
They're just taking everything they can get. And it looks like they're not done fighting because another team has rolled into their neighborhood.
Oh, we're seeing the energy field come out. Asterio missing the knockup.
There's a lot that's been expended, but Bowser's half health already. Are they really going to commit to this?
Oh goodness. Lily Petal
has top the ult. Wolf Assault is out.
It's doing so much damage.
Looking for anything to come out here. Lily Petal's the last one alive. Bowser's down, but between a stereo and internet wrap, I don't think they're gonna be able to change this up.
Both max.
They do have the money to go buy. Yep.
Is day 3. That is right. Ugh.
That's 400 creds down. That's really bad for them.
Here's the creds. If anyone else wants to scream at me.
Probably want to take a peek over in cemeteries because it looks like as this Omega comes up, Pacing FC and Dip and Dippy are going to be squaring off for this.
It's kind kind of a really bad retake here, especially with Homie and Chata. Their team just has so much more range than Pacing FC
They have to
here.
get on Wisu. Wisu is actually running back Blackfire can. So
It's their least
there
mobile
are a lot of
character as well.
slows. It is full crit. They are very, very scary.
It's their
It's
least
really
mobile
up to Douglas and
character.
MG Block to get on top of them. Mizuhara getting knocked up.
Managing to land.
Pressure
into an
coming out. Not gonna be able to do anything. Wind flow not able to connect.
They were just too grouped
Mizuhara
up.
is finished.
Pacing FC
Be
grouped
very
up
careful
too
against that team.
much. No.
Speaking of grouped up, there's a couple of friends on the ground, and that's Annalise and Kiani, as Lily Petal is going to have to run
Unfortunate.
again. They have enough to get their full team back one last time before it's going to start being farm time.
Unfortunate.
And it does look like we also have a red box coming down in warehouse for Wild Tempest. They must have found a flare gun.
They've just kind of been
So
locked in
they'll
this
be,
one zone, huh?
They've just been controlling the south of the map. Anyone who comes down here is going to fall to Wild Tempest. They've taken their stake. They know what they want. Playing a nice, smart game here, and it is going to be a 2 slot. Perhaps this is going to go over to one of our
Nice.
members. Maybe to a stereo for a nice tap
Oh,
root.
RNG. Tree.
Or no, Bowser's going to be slamming red shoes for himself. So we do have red shoes online. Gonna be a nice item to have.
That anti-heal is going to be really strong, especially against this Yukai.
Yep. Oh, F-stop being used. Trying to catch out Pink Aurora up here in the north side of the map, too.
Oh, it stopped them from getting their third team member as well.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go back and reset. They do have a BLS, but not a mobile buy.
Looks like they're going to be trying to catch them over.
Yeah, they are. Analyze getting caught. Taunt coming out. And they're back down to a solo.
You're living up to my
And it
expectations.
is Lily Petal.
Fortunate.
Blocking all
Again.
I think they
Lily
have
is
enough.
not having a fun game.
No, they don't. They,
They
only have enough to
they
get
can
one.
only get Analysts.
Yeah. At least
50 more and they can get Kiani back, but...
Yeah, still not great.
Wild Tempest, however, is set just to a stereo, who does not have the best timer in the world. I don't
They're gonna
know
have
if
to
they get
teleport.
this. Yeah, I know. I don't know if they... I think they just barely get this.
They do. Yeah, 2
2
seconds.
seconds. Should be able to fully reset their team. They have the credits for it, but that is a disaster in the mix.
Oh no! Looks like Fool's Village noticed the ping and is running over as fast as they can.
Will the F-stop come out? They are buying.
It sure is!
F-stop coming out, connecting both of their damage dealers. Taunt coming out, hitting both.
God, those are instantly
Bowser
going
early on
down.
the
No,
ground.
oh my goodness, Noelle taking so much damage, instantly popping.
And they're not letting him onto the plant. That's Wild Tempest completely destroyed Fool's Village, playing this beautifully.
Those are
And that is a
fourth place
Mithril going the
team.
way of Ziggy.
Wait, I think that puts Fool's Village above Wild Tempest.
It might. I did say
Oh, there's still
that
4
Ziggy
points ahead.
has an
but
Athapon. Ziggy very much has an Athapon, and we are seeing it here first.
Wild Tempest is still 4 points ahead, but that's pretty quick to catch up on, especially with placement.
Ren has Eldian boots. When did this happen?
When we weren't noticing. They didn't manage to get full buyback on a Pink Aurora.
It does look like Ziggy and Yazi are going to end up
Seems like someone
neglecting this wick line, just going for something else.
Probably secure more farm.
Perhaps. There's not much else they really kind of need right out the way. However, there is a blood hat and a blood over for... Well, we have
Sang
a nice blood crown for Sang Sang, and I believe this is going to be a... Yep, Black Lotus Shuriken over for Hercules.
We also
Almost
see
buying
Hellfire.
almost making the wrong Shuriken.
Uh-oh.
Almost making the Crimson Shuriken. That would have been
Uh-oh.
bad. Uh-oh.
You also see Hellfire on the Ice Soul here.
Ren is very scary right now. This is a very, very scary comp. A lot of crit damage. 7% off of the Fallen Pegasus and 10% off of Dice of Destiny. That's 17% more crit. And with this beautiful garment to kind of make sure the stats are good, this is very, very spooky.
Huh?
Here's a Wick team running straight past where Ziggy and Co are. Fool's Village,
Oh,
kind of
goodness.
safe.
There's
And run
there's
it
a
up
fight
in the
over
meantime.
Yeah.
Death chasing Pink Aurora.
Can't tell if they're gonna
There's a
reset
lot
or
of people.
not.
What I can tell you is, I don't think Homie's
Oh
getting
no!
out of
They
this.
missed out on the launch pad and instantly
Yep, I don't
getting
know
dropped
how-
down there. Ooh.
I don't know how Chad didn't get brought along with. I really
There's-
don't. There's 7 seconds left. I don't know if Weiss makes it.
They can maybe make it for one.
Lightning
Maybe.
Strike,
Oh
Burning
goodness.
Blink. They are going to get one. Homie is back up, so they do have at least 2. Bernice, not the best for getting away, so it is nice to have a Hyejin that can kind of escape. Now, Lumi is, well, in Forest right now. They're going to have to work a little bit to get to their teammate.
Oh
And
yes.
the team they really probably shouldn't consider fighting is heading straight their way.
Oh goodness, Pink Aurora. Looks like they're gonna be taking a fight against Run It Up here, whilst Fool's Village is probably gonna try to finish off
They
Dip
do
Dip
get
and
Weiss.
Dippy.
Oh
They
no.
do? Oh no!
They get the
Weiss
catch. The S stop
instantly
connected.
dropping the explosive bola, taking down Yazidon, but it's just not enough as they manage to finish off the team of Dip Dip and Dippy.
Dip and Dippy will fall. Fool's Village will reign supreme today. We have 4 teams left. Pink Aurora, Fool's Village locked in and Run It Up. As 2 of them are squaring off over in Cemetery, locked in versus Pink Aurora. Maybe this will actually conclude with something. Maybe it won't. We'll see. But Analyst now rocking the bikini.
Lily Petal
Yeah,
actually
Sports
doing
Magazine,
a
that
good
was
amount of damage. These Qs are hurting so much as the Run It Up is just below where they're going to be sitting, it appears.
Like Jigna has also managed to get a taproot.
Oh, nice. Zone
So
is
this team
changing.
is starting to get a little bit spooky. Locked in is locking in. They're very much 3 blood items. Run Up is sitting on 2. Fool's Village has none, but they are still all full gold. Whereas Locked In are missing a couple items. Deus still having purple head and arm, and Jigna
Oh,
having
goodness.
just purple head.
Mega Splitter
Oh,
instantly
no.
going down. Ziggy going down before he could prop up the pullback.
Else is
Hazadon
gonna
also
go
now
big here.
taken solo as Hercules manages to finish them off, leaving only the 11. Unfortunately, I don't think 11 is able to kill this late game Sang Sang.
I think they're just gonna have to play for a extra placement point or 2.
Oh,
His Run Up will take the victory there.
I don't
And
know where you're
Locked In and
saying
Pink Aurora are
that.
still
Yeah.
squaring off. Lumi is going to be coming around soon to Forest side, but I don't think there's enough time for Lumi to get over there. Most of the way Lily popped, Lily Petal and Co, the entire team of Pink Aurora are trying their best to kind of, I guess, avoid Locked In for right now.
Trying to avoid what they can. They do know there's a rat somewhere. We do see that there's 4 teams with 10 members remaining.
Hopeless, I believe, is going to be jumping over. They're going to be hiding over in the library at Chapel, so a little bit far away. No one should see them right away. They might be able to sneak into the zone a little bit later.
Maybe.
They have full
Oh,
arms. They might be able to cause a little bit of distress. The miniature solar system's on the line. They do have the squeaky hammer. They have Quake. They might be able to cause a little bit of problems.
Pink
However,
Aurora.
Pink Aurora is going to just choose to fly over to the other zone. So, sorry, Fool's Village. You guys are going to have to hope that this fight ends a lot quicker than you'd hope. Either Pink Aurora comes out on top or Run Out comes on top. It is one or the other.
I think, yeah, after that, I think Fool's Village is literally 1 point above Wild Tempest. County taking so much damage just at the start of the match. Instantly
this
seeing the
is,
free at last.
blood
Oh
shuriken.
goodness.
This is Hex.
County instantly
That's a lot
going
of
down.
damage.
Annalise just running at Sing Sing, but unfortunately they
A lot
do
of damage. It's not
yeah.
enough. They only
Team
use so much as
Tinky
locked
too
in
strong.
will end up finishing off this
They're doing
11.
so
Hopeless
much damage.
going down. They will secure that extra point for placement though, with Pink Aurora going down earlier.
You know, I think that's kind of crazy that the solo 11 took both Rin and Jignut down to half by
It
themselves.
is a very scary character. Rin sitting on a couple, no, that's actually, Deus is sitting on a couple of double guillotines. We should be seeing some traps and some extra cams come out. They don't have enough for any other traps. They have a couple sitting down, and it looks like Hercules and co. Hercules has another blood on him.
Good for him.
That's an overshield.
Oh, and we're also seeing the
And Sang
Eldian
Sang
boots.
also has an Eldian boots. So this team has now decided to get even stronger. So they will be taking the way around into Cemetery. It's a
Just
very hard zone for
no-
them to approach.
There's no traps, it looks like. Oh, there they are.
Deus has set down one.
Oh, this is
He still
Sella
has one more pocketed. Yep.
doing a
This
little
Sella
bit of
has a lot
damage
of health.
there. Her neutral
It is
poke is
hexed.
nothing to laugh
There's
at.
debilitation. Sang
Sing
Sang taking a
Sang.
lot of damage.
Free at last going out, but just not enough. The shielding from Priya and Leon. It's kind of crazy.
The issue is Free at Last is now on cooldown. Echoes of the Earth being expanded, not gonna connect on anything like that. But that's Neo down. Hercules trying to get to the back line. And actually being
Unfortunately.
comp with all the extra damage. That's gonna be locked in winning game number 4.
Won 3 and 4. It's kind of crazy with the run-it-ups team comp. So I'm wondering for the last 2 games if we're gonna be seeing run-it-up be running a their known team comp.
Curious, like we've gone through a lot of characters. We've gone through the Arda, Sua, Isun. We've gone through this. We gone through this with Sela, Subame, Shuikai, and Locked In's gone through their Nikki, Adela, Sela, and now has gone through the Leon, Isol, Priya. They have used every slot they can for these ban overlays.
Rin did just slightly more damage than Hercules. At
I'm not surprised there.
37K,
Rin is built
36K.
very well. Very scary character.
Yes, very, very scary. We do already have our bans for when we come back from our 5-minute break. But any closing thoughts before we set off on our little break?
Curious to see what Fool's Village plays. 'Cause now that
Yes.
Ziggy's off of his main, I'm horrified at what else is going to come. Same with Yazi. I think Yazi usually played like Chloe, if I remember correctly. Or I could be wrong there.
Chloe?
But maybe we see some funny stuff come out. I could be wrong.
Can't wait to see a cat. I hope we see a cat.
Surely we see one person play an ERM at some point in this tournament,
Surely.
right? Totally.
Let me see if I can get the points. I think they're already ready for us.
We could do points first.
I think they're already setting the break up, so I think. Let me see if I can do it fast enough. See if I can. Oh goodness. Okay, copy. Copy,
Let
paste.
me grab those so we can see all of it together.
Yes.
Whenever you're ready, Aya.
Paste. Okay, I'm almost ready. Give me 1 sec.
One.
Okay, it's ready.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here are your scores. In first place, and no surprise, Locked In, 45.5 kill points, 75.5 points overall. Very, very strong lead. Run it up, falling right behind them, 42.5 kill points, 65.5 points overall. Dip, Dip, and Dippy, 38.5 points, 60.5 points overall. Fool's Village coming in 4th place with 24 kill points and 43 points overall.
I mean, it kind of jumped up quite a bit in points there. I mean, they're not too far ahead, but we are going to set up on the break real quick. We'll quickly check back in with the
Four more
scores
teams,
when we
Aya.
come back, but wow,
Are we forgetting our 4 more teams to read off on the scoreboard?
Oh, in 5th place we have Wild Tempest with 41.5 points, 6th we have Cherry Dr. Pepper with 25.5 points, in 7th we have Pink Aurora with 25.5 points, and in 8th we have Pacing FC with 18 total points. Alright, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Whoa, we're back. What a crazy break. We hopefully got something to drink, got some snack, to play. Hopefully not to dirty your keyboards, cause yucky. Why'd I say that? We don't know. Yes, we're having our ready checks for our 5th game. There's 2 games left. It's looking like it's gonna be close between Locked In and Run It Up, our 2 ERCS teams here. I don't remember what the scores were before, so let's take a quick refresher. Dip Dip and Dippy actually surprisingly pretty close with 60 points, 15 below Locked In. I mean, one good game can technically boost you back up there. I mean, we saw with Locked In running a 38-point gainer game. The game is going on, so here, have a look at our bans currently.
He's locked it in. Pie Bob's on Camillo. We got the Camillo.
So remember what I
Chad
said?
has locked in the Hyunwoo.
Remember what I said? Like, some teams may pick like their mains, what they're comfortable with for the last game. I think we're starting to see that.
Here.
Even
Run
like
Up's
Run
running
It
their base
Up.
stay comp too. Yep. Here we go.
Locked In's running. They're like side
So he's back on
comp.
the RDF for one more.
I don't know what Dr. Cherry Pepper typically runs, but we're seeing
You know what sounds
that.
like interesting? I don't know what the heck this comp is from Cherry Dr. Pepper. This is either gonna go really well or really bad.
Run. Oh, Ziggy is back on the Arda.
There's potential here.
I think it's so funny that the bans for both Run It Up and Locked In are completely full. I think the boxes are completely full.
Hey, they're there for a reason. Let's use them.
There's been no bans at all for Dip Dip and
It's
Dippy.
expendable, just like your health bar and your timer
Whoa.
and your credits. It's all expendable.
Still no cat.
Still no cat. I'm upset. There's one more game. Surely someone breaks out the cat. Totally. I'm not coping. I'm not crashing out at all.
Apparently
I
other
swear.
teams had the cat banned, so it's possible.
I know other people are playing the cat. I've been told other people are playing the cat. I know Liper's playing the cat in a different lobby. I know Whisper said their team was breaking out the cat in another lobby.
Oh, I forgot to change the rounds. Whoopsie.
I'm pretty sure Cat GPT is also playing in another lobby.
Oh,
They are. Richie loves playing the cat. Surely they have a
Yeah.
cat in some of the other lobbies.
I think.
There's gotta be more meows. What the
Yeah,
heck?
more meow meow.
Where is my cat? I mean, at least you see a lot of Arda today.
We did see a lot of Arda.
I mean, Curious is back. So, we do have that swap. They're on their Priya. This is their mainstay. This is what they've been playing most of the time.
This is
Run
where
Up has
Locked In
been
went
running
last.
very, very strong on this comp. This is a very Omega Shield kind of comp.
Yes, this is what Locked In was running the last 2 games. So surely Run It Up, the team that has
I mean, Locked In was winning the last couple games.
yes.
However, Locked In is also on a comp they're kind of used to, except for Lockney on the Charlotte. Whenever Lockney lost the Charlotte on this style comp, it doesn't always go well. And Locked In has Rin this time
Yeah.
instead of Avancia,
Yeah.
so that's also different.
That's what my thought
However,
was.
this Jenny goes well, and Jignut tends to go huge on this Alex. It is tank, so don't take that to, like, you'll see red-green. This tends to still be tank.
I mean,
Does look like he is going into... Yep, there's a turnout code, so it is going to be frontline. It would be
Jignut-
nice and sit on that.
the Alex on tank, I don't think is that, like, it still does damage. It's not that it's not doing anything, you know? A9.
I mean, he does have frailty. Ziggy's going to go down as well.
Oh,
Locked in.
not quite
half
getting
First
the
Blood. Wild Tempest, 10 seconds.
Oh, Bowser's just 1v3. I guess now it's a 2v2, but
I mean, with Internet Rap here giving them the extra shielding, I'm not
Oh,
surprised
goodness.
here. Ziggy's finally
it's
shown up.
another team.
Ghost mode has been activated by Yazi.
Spring Trap
should be able to
actually
get out.
knocking them back. Oh no! they got finished before they went back into their body. Oh, that was a funny looking interaction.
I never understand this anymore.
What? I've never
Why
seen
are all my
Bowser
artist
bring...
frauds except for Kira's? What the hell?
I've never seen Bowser bring this out, but instantly, how many kills is that? 5?
Sacrifice for the clan.
No.
I can tell you. He's got 3 kills and Noel has 2. So technically 5, yes.
Oh goodness.
This MG boss is also going to fall facing FC in their own engagement.
Oh,
That's a terminate already. Facing FC going to fall over to Dip and Dippy. This is
really good money
this is a
comp.
different team. Chad is on what is the very I'm assuming this is like Bleeder Hyunwoo. This is well, you're not going to have a good time. You're not going to be able to run away. This is going to make you upset.
yeah.
Some people might cry.
This is a really
Some
good
people are very much going to complain.
Lenny comp because both of her teammates are kind of melee. They are melee. They do quite a bit of damage on their own right. And then they also have a lot of support ability on top of everything else. And then Lenny heals, stuns, shields, can knock people into their team. So if they're, or knock them away depending on if they need to run away or catch. It's gonna work really well for them, I think.
I am curious, because this is Weiss we're talking about. Weiss likes to run very, very weird builds. Surely this is fast Lenny, right?
I mean, we'll see. Weiss is doing a lot of work here. It may not look like much, but the amount of shields and healing. I heard the hug go off, but it didn't quite go off.
They didn't
as
buff this character. Lenny is buffed.
They did. Oh, they
And
healed
that
the
is proving
healing.
it. Fool's Village is also down. So 30 seconds left.
Tank. It's tanky, Lenny.
It is a very rotund Lenny, but that's only the starting build. We'll see what they build. But it was
Truly.
casting the meteors. There's a meteor in gas, there's a meteor in fire, and there's some teams fighting down in hotel.
For this tree.
And also some teams fighting in chapel.
Oh, Annalise back on the Sylvia. Oh, Kazanya. They're new. Jumping onto Annalise there, but doesn't quite finish. Oh, Dr. Cherry Pepper. Oh goodness, there's so much going on. Soul Stealer committed. Lockney jumped in with Spring Trap, but unfortunately not doing anything as they're forced to back off. Oh goodness, where'd they die? Oh goodness, they died to run it up.
Yeah, they were fighting this for quite a while, trying to prep for this meteor, this tree over in Cemetery. But now we're
Rin in a really
seeing
rough spot.
a little bit more.
Rin just running
Rin's
at
in a tough
Ziggy,
spot.
but
This is a Jenny. The
3D.
passive is very much off. So play dead, proc. Gonna just be able to walk away. And now healing coming out from Lockney.
what a
Dip and
3P!
Dippy are now on the back foot as the Charlotte ult has come out.
Lockney doing so much healing. Oh goodness. Homie trying to just separate their team to prevent a potential wipe from going on here. Lenny is already out, but that was a lot. There's what, 3 teams all engaged in that at the same time?
Yeah, Weiss is gonna keep them safe. But looking at what we have here. Okay, maybe I have a little bit of hope for Ziggy. They do at least have Hex. They're starting at least with Hex.
Good.
So maybe this is Blood Cloak coming in. Surely it is Blood Cloak. They will actually have the debilitation Hex combo that will melt your entire health bar. So maybe there's potential here. Maybe the starter will do some damage.
Looks like Dr. Cherry Pepper wants to buy really bad here, but unfortunately, they do get walked in. Oh, terminate.
Aurora down in Beach.
Pacing
The
FC
entire
versus
team of Wild Tempest were running through them. Asterio actually kind of known for this kind of pick. So we have 2 very strong sustained characters with a Lenny. This is horrifying. And they're just being donated random RNG drops while we're at it.
It's Dr. Cherry Pepper actually getting 2 kills there against Pacing FC.
Looks like Ina's gonna get a quick look at the board before respawning.
Yes. Oh, locked in. Looks like they're gonna be fighting a little. Oh, well, they were fighting. Ziggy going down.
Yeah, Ziggy just kind of came in hoping to get a box and didn't really expect an entire team to just show up. Locked in is now stronger. Sang Sang now sitting on a couple of items. Going to be fighting down in Dock.
Oh, Echoes of the Earth instantly committed. Oh, there's Soul Stealer.
Soul Stealer's out though. Kyrus is gonna have to book it. Sang Sang is down. Whis is hurt, but not enough to confirm anything. Kyrus and Neo going to be running.
Really big spring trap into CC, allowing really strong follow-up from Chata there.
You gotta be careful with this, as now, up in the gas station area, Ziggy's gonna try to get his team out.
This looked like they were able to.
It should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to till his auto opens up. But we're starting to see some interesting... What is this build coming out from Mysterio? This is a damaged Kenneth, but this is definitely an interesting set of items. We have David headphones and Sultan Adorn.
The ultimate on Jenny. Jazzy taking a ton of damage. Blink committed. Rin dancing around this fight. Charlotte doing so much healing, being able to take down the Garnet there. Jazzy trying to do anything, but unfortunately gets charmed by Jingnut's Alex there. Goes down shortly after.
In the meantime, if you look at our map, there's only 5 teams on the map, and no one's in Pond at all right now. Pacing FC over in the Credits Lab, and Run Up over in the Mutant Lab. So we have 2 of our labs down. I feel like we haven't seen an abandoned lab in years. It's been a long time since we've seen anything like that.
If you look at the map at the very bottom left, or like right above Dip Dip and Dippy, you can see Sang Sangs.
Blocking our way.
You can see their little icon.
Don't panic. Everything is proceeding.
I feel like Mutant's really underrated.
Oh no,
Oh. Oh, right at the
right
start
after
of
day,
Day 3.
really? That's not what you need.
Mutant I feel like is very underrated. Not only do you get a lot of weapon experience, there's potential for RNG that can drop. So it can make it really worthwhile to go there, try to find it. It's a lot harder said than done, but I think it's really good for your entire team. On top of being able to get buys for free without having to worry about what's going on the map.
It really depends. If you get a credit lab, you could just send someone in and everyone else can go get farmed. But
That's
yeah, if it's
true.
Mutant Lab, everyone comes with. We're all getting food, we're all getting situated, we're all gonna have a small rest by the campfire.
I feel like there's nothing worse than having to run away and use a lab and get credit lab, and then every one of your teammates are just kind of stuck in the credit lab, and it's like, ooh, that would have been so nice if only one person was in there and we could just secure zones. There's no farm or anything that you have to worry about.
It does look like we have an engage up an alley. Talk about taking a lot of damage already, and Jignut expanding the all. Chain popping all as well.
Oh, Charlotte taking so much damage, but unfortunately just able to heal all of it back as Shun
Shin's on the
drops
ground.
down. Oh, Jenny pass popping. Play dead.
Play dead,
Oh
can
no,
only keep you alive for so
Enoch.
long. Dry bite not connecting.
Does look like the team
How about
of
gonna
Locked In
get
is going to
Jignut?
separate though. Run it up
Jignut
is in
does
the
get
zone.
finished. It does look like Wild Tempest also had a little bit of an incident as well, as Internet Rap going to have to run away. It looks like in the meantime, Pacing FC has actually taken a couple picks. We haven't seen much from them in the last couple games, but this is probably where they're starting to look the strongest.
They just swapped in Piranha, so we might be seeing something there.
Piranha's doing
Oh
well.
goodness. Cherry Dr. Pepper getting run at. Oh. I
I would say
run it
that's
up.
turned to be rezzed.
That's so
Well, the
unfortunate.
res. Yeah.
Oh, as we're seeing
Unfortunate.
here. Pacing
Oh, I
FC
did
is
skip
run
flare
it
gun.
up.
Who has it? Someone has a flare gun.
It's I think it's Garnet. No, it's not. It's above. It's a Hisui. It's Bowser.
Bowser's got a flare gun. That's not something you want to deal with. That's a hit. That's a Hisui with a blood item. That sounds like a bad idea.
Speaking of
Anyone who wants to
Bowser,
fight that is going to have to struggle.
Bowser sending it in against Locked In, able to instantly take Jenny out. It's Noelle and Bowser just running at Lockme here, who is separated from their team, taking them down. Jigna, the last one left. They are able to get the buyback, but that does get away from their blood funds. Oh, they're just gonna wild chase it.
I mean, this is a very chase-heavy team. Bowser is just going to want to keep going.
Spring
And there is
Trap.
a Lenny here.
Oh,
They do want to put Locked In down, and this is their chance to do so. Locked In, our third team down, as Pacing FC falls just before them to run it up over in Bond.
Goodness gracious. And then we see
So now
a
we
chess
have
piece.
a chess piece dropped, and that's going to go to a stereo. This is going to be Burgundy?
It sure is.
The issue is now he's on reduced CDR. He's on 20%. So is he just gonna have to save up for Blood Axe and not upgrade it? But Critical Blow is so good. What's he gonna go here? Is he gonna perhaps maybe save up for heals?
He might be good enough. Unfortunate. I don't know if that's fortunate, unfortunate, but 20% may be okay enough.
Look, Bowser has a blood of his own now for red shoes, so we got a good chunk of sustain. The two Omnis Siphon characters are going to heal even more, and it does look like, oh no, Chad is also getting a blood for themselves. Oh, it is that comp. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It is the Smolder. It's a Mark of the Phoenix with red shoes and auto arms. Dark Bowser, embracing soon. You're not getting away from this Hyunwoo. This Hyunwoo is here to kill you.
I mean, it works really well for their comp, so...
He's got 3,000 health. This guy's immortal.
I mean, it works, because we've got the Lenny, and if he ever runs into something really tricky, just have the Mai pull him out.
Yeah, I'm just horrified. I've had to face this way too many times. This is a very annoying comp to fight into. And speaking of comps to fight into, oh, hold on, Ziggy? Well played.
Blink over the Spring Trap, able to use the Dimrod.
It's smart. It got them out.
Fortunately, they're really
It's better
taking
to
the
burn
red.
Blink than burn 200 credits. And you really don't want to burn credits? You want to go get a buy right now. Yazi is sitting on 700 credits.
Yeah. We all know how what Nine Cash would think of it. Oh, Battle of the Lennies!
Choose not to engage with Witch either. But yeah, let's take a peek at these Lenny engagements. Bowser's already on the ground. The other Lenny's already gone. Asteria's gonna try to do whatever they can.
Spring Trap was committed, but unfortunately Asterio doing so much damage, but does end up going down to the Mai.
Luis is like healthier than when they had last had it. But we do have red shoes over on Yazi. Chada has fished out a chest slot. So that's going to be passed over to Mai, it seems, for Black Flame Dragon.
We do have a fight over Wick here. Oh, someone dove in and Pybop taking so much damage.
No.
It does look like Wick went over to run it up. Unfortunately, Shun, the last one left, is going to have to use the launch pad. It looks like Neo is well aware of what's trying to go on here. Ziggy does
I think Shun was trying to
manage
bait it into a 1v1 for a second.
Maybe.
今も見てくれてるのかな
Fortunately,
That
I
is the
don't
blood going over the way.
run
It's
it
going to be
up.
going to Stang Stang. Stang Stang just got another blood.
Ugh. Wild
Now we're on
Kiss is in a
Hellfire.
weird spot. I think they can just barely get.
I think
No,
that's
they
an arm
can't.
assault
They can only get
level
one.
2. Blood Ripper.
Oh, they can get them both. Nice.
Oh, barely.
Barely, yeah.
Need a little bit more credits, and it does look like, unfortunately, Run Up is going to be heading straight over towards them. So, I don't think they're going to be able to get them. Unfortunately, they have now been spotted.
Oh
They have 10
no.
seconds. And Neo is hot on their tails.
Nice dimensional, is it drift? Shit. Quantum leap. Quantum leap onto the bear to
Want to meet.
some distance, but Unfortunately, they're just in a really weird spot, and then Lumi is being contested, just like Wild Tempest is being contested for in school. And crap, onto the Lenny. Well, instant ult coming out from Bowser. Stereo taking so much damage from Chad, I believe. There's so much happening. Bowser doing the funny Q, W, E, W, trying to get these
They finally
W
ended the
stacks.
Human
It's just gonna decide to. Stereo's just gonna decide to finish the body. Oh, whilst it looks like Bowser isn't gonna fully try to chase that any longer than they have to, as it does seem that Shun is spotted out by Fool's Village here.
Whis is winning over in stream for their
Oh.
teammate. I don't know if they have timer.
Oh goodness.
Whis just barely able to get in. They do have Chad at back.
Homie. So
Homie
minus
-1.
one.
So that's -1 for Dip Dip and Dippy. They really wanted that point.
Yeah, I think they did.
I think
Yeah.
I probably honestly would have stayed in that corner. I'm not gonna lie.
They were our third place team. Oh. Dip Dip to be spotted
And now
out
they
by
might
the
be dead.
Ams.
Because
Yeah.
that's Wick team. And here comes Sang Sang. Sang Sang is the damage of this team. How quick does their health bar go down?
Fairly
I
quick.
think Sang Sang cares.
Yeah.
Because Dip Dip and Dippy is now dead. Sang Sang stood and just autoed. He didn't need to. He really didn't need to move.
Doesn't help.
The dash was already gone. There's not much that Chada can do there.
Doesn't help that Chad had decided to focus the Neo Splitter on Leon rather than Sang himself. But besides,
But here comes another team, and it's Siggy and Yazi, the members of Fool's Village. I don't think they've realized this is a Wick team, and now they see it. Like running back?
maybe
They're considering it.
there's 30 seconds.
I
They
mean,
either need
Hopeless
to
is
commit now or...
only chess piece. They also have the Gamma key card, which they can't use anymore, but
Oh, great.
Ziggy is not connecting these boxes.
No. Probably doesn't want to
These
stand
cubes ain't
too
landing.
close. I think they just need to either commit now or run. 'Cause it's just 10 seconds until it turns red, and Pond is a really long zone. So they did manage to land the box, but only onto Neos. Echoes of the Earth comes out, and Yazi goes
Yazi's
down so
down.
fast to the
Hopeless is
same thing
down.
there. Ziggy getting some boxes, but
Neo
unfortunately...
takes the duck dive and then takes the white lily back. There we go, Run It Up going to take out Fool's Village. It is Wild Tempest versus Run It Up for your last two teams.
Got a full melee team versus basically a range team. It's looking a little rough for Wild Tempest here. We're gonna see Bowser probably try to jump into Echoes of the Earth, trying to time the parries correctly, and it's gonna be a little tight, but it happens.
They should be fine here. Do they have traps? Nope, but they're trying to kill Sang Sang. Sang Sang able to jump out and get away. The shielding coming up. Bowser wanting to get on him, but not enough damage. Sang Sang is nice and healthy. Astero's gonna have to go big if they even want to try this, and it's not gonna happen.
And then Noel
And
just
Rap's
doesn't
not
have
gonna be able
enough
to end it.
damage. Yeah.
Run It Up going to be your winners for game number 5. Surely we have a cat for the last game, right?
Surely.
Totally. Surely.
Surely. So we're waiting on those scores. What do you think the damage is gonna look like? I'm pretty sure something's gonna come up on
Sang
top.
Sang. Yeah. Sang Sang's not throwing games today, woo. Sang Sang has a tendency to try to throw some games every now and then, but not today.
I think this is a pretty big one. I mean, it's an official turn championship. It's the ERCC. Got 42k going out onto Sing Sing there. Pretty massive.
I'm not surprised with this in the slightest.
Whoa. Surprising. 1 second while I...
Uh,
Did they just say Fuichu is not here?
I asked if someone could play the cat, and they're like, no. I'm like, god damn it. It's only Run Up. Run Up hates me. They called me mean names. I'm a Caster Curse. Caster Curse. Caster Curse. Caster Curse.
Oh no! I need to wait for the scores to be updated. Oh, there they
I did tell the
are.
members of Wild Tempest the same thing. It's like if I cast a curse, I'm just directing it solely at Bowser. He called me a mean name. He called the casters mean names. We caster curse you. That's how this works.
Is it... Uh... Is that how it works?
That is one of the ways it works. We also just caster curse because we find it funny. We have power. Sometimes we don't always get to choose how we use it, but we do have the funny power.
We do have the funny power. Well, we do have the funny scores. If you
The funny scores.
over the first half, we in first place we have Run It Up with 94.5 total points. In second, we have Locked In with 85 total points. Third, still Dip and Dippy with 70.5 points. And in fourth, we have Wild Tempest with 59 points.
In fifth place, we have Fool's Village with 48 points. Cherry Dr. Pepper's coming in sixth with 33.5 points. Pink Aurora with 27 points. And Pacing FC rounding out the bottom with 22.5 points. There is one more game. There's room for someone to go big. Fool's Village can very much come back and take fourth slot.
Yes.
Cherry Dr. Pepper can have a massive game. If Pink Aurora clears the entire lobby, hey, it's possible. You never know. All I'm saying is, it's like if you send Wild Tempest out really early, there's a chance.
I mean, it is
Wink, wink,
also
nudge, nudge.
a draft pick.
The people have a choice to run down a team if they see them. We know what people have a tendency to play. Names are hidden, but you know these players. You've seen them around, especially for these NA comps.
Yes.
Everyone knows who everyone else is. If you see a character you are seeing that someone is comfortable on, people have run it down before. People know No Flame in scrims. People will target No Flame if they see a possibility. If you are on match point, you go for them.
I mean, we didn't really see that in Twilight, but you know, it's possible.
Twilight's totally not. It's tier 2. They run at everything. They run at everyone and everything. If it breathes, they get jumped.
I'm a bit curious because now for Fool's Village, a lot of their comps are kind of locked in. Whoever ready checks, I should have everything updated, but this is a draft pick after on the main channels. How do you think that's gonna go? Are they gonna just pick the top 4 from each lobby and figure it out
they will
there?
review it.
Or will
We'll
they
see.
pick based off of comps? I'm unsure because it's not. It's different. It's a little.
We'll see
different.
what they pick when we get to it. But right now, we have one more game left to play.
Yes, it is our last game. Any thoughts before we go into it?
Well, I'm curious what Ziggy's going to play out because I think the art is off the board if I'm correct.
It is. Yes. So
Yazzy's on Isol. Hopeless is on Alonso.
Yazzy's
Sang
also
Sang's on Alex. We haven't seen this before. Chad is on Jackie. Ziggy's on Nia. There's a lot of interesting comps coming out here. Annalise is now hovering the Arda. Oh god. Okay, nope, we got the Emma.
Annalise no
It's
longer
like I've
has
seen
Sylvia.
a lot of... Hold on. Hell yeah, we got a cat!
Cat?
Oh my god, we have a cat!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Shirley Pink Aurora runs the entire lobby now.
So we do see, I still think it's funny that Dip and Dippy still has no bans across the board.
It's really funny. Oddly enough, this Pink Aurora comp is very close to what Eva Dina tends to run. So there is a possibility that if they play this well, this could actually be quite big for them. This comp has a lot of CC and a lot of staying power.
I believe you.
Hold on, Jignut is also on the Camilla. We haven't seen a Jignut Camilla in forever.
We're also seeing a Rain on the Vanya. It's gonna be really interesting to see. Ooh. Cat, 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 cat.
We can totally get a cat cam, right?
Totally.
Come on, Kiane, do it for the fans. Cat form.
Meow meow.
Cat, cat,
Cat,
cat,
cat, cat, cat, cat, cat. Oh no.
Kiane, no, it's not time to be AFK. Sang, stop hitting the cat. I know you're jealous.
Whoa.
Let there be glory to the pawns.
And we'll see the cat
ball
game.
is so cute.
I love the skin. I'm waiting for our next cat skin. We need it.
Another
Emleron,
one?
please. We need another cat skin. We need a purple cat skin. All I'm saying is,
Whoa.
surely the cat gets the beach skin, and surely we get, what is it, a floaty? Wait, is this not just the 2-zone one where they just can run down into cemetery?
It is.
They are. They're just gonna teleport to cemetery. Okay.
I mean, to
Yeah,
teleport
you do, Kiane. More
sometimes
power to you.
takes me to a zone that has the items I need guaranteed. So maybe that's what they were thinking. I mean, I'm
Maybe.
not
I don't know.
Kiani, so I don't know. Muscle memory, maybe.
All I know is I know this build like the back of my hand.
Gasp. Did you send it to Kiani?
What?
Did you send this build?
No, I did not. This is the standard build for Eram. It is a 2-zone that is run. Twitcher runs it. I run it. I'm pretty sure Liper also runs it. There's a lot of cat builds that run it. OE runs it. I think the only cat player that is well known that doesn't run it is Ebina. Has his own build that's a 3-zone that ends in alley to specifically avoid every other cat player
Oh. Oh, yeah.
for reasons.
I wonder how many cats there are.
There's quite a lot of cat players. I can tell you that very well.
Oh, the Emmas. The Emmas are going at it.
It seems like Pybop is being chased down as well, just below them.
Oh, Kiani seeing
Oh
only.
my god, the cat.
Oh.
Huh?
I think Emma's really fun. I have a really hard time with their. Oh, hi Bob. Oh, it's a whole party.
Oh, the cat has secured one.
It does look like Kiani is gonna go down here.
Sure, they got Annalise out though. Holy crap, Annalise actually had the movement there for a second. Walked back to avoid Asterios Q, blinked, and then took the white lily.
I mean, kind of go crazy,
I mean, that's
right?
kind of dope. In the meantime, Fool's Village is also having a little bit of a struggle.
Oh,
Yazi's the last one up at the moment, and fighting a Vanya. So that's a termination. Bryn being able to secure that. We haven't seen a Vanya in this tournament either, so that's actually really nice
Yeah.
too.
seeing all the new
As
picks at the
Pybop is also
moment.
falling over to Kiani and the rest of Pink Aurora down in Beach. Like, we have a lot of kills going on the way. Runup has 1, Locked-in has 4.
Dip and Dippy
Fool's
also
Village has
gets
1.
terminated.
Yeah. Wild Tempest has 2 kills, Dip and Dippy has 1 already, Cherry Dr. Pepper has 1, Pacing FC has 3, and Pink Aurora has 2. Everyone's gotten kills already. It's a very kill-heavy last game. You need to get these kills to give yourself a chance to get into this top 4 area. And right now, everyone's very much trying to secure their spot.
Oh no, Siggy.
Ziggy,
Wait.
no.
Oh,
Ziggy, yes.
Ziggy.
Well done, my royal servant.
Oh no, Ziggy,
Homie,
no.
that's not a place to go.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh,
Oh, that was so good. That was so perfectly timed. We
This is
solo.
on Luke. We haven't seen a Luke. Ziggy just
Oh,
essentially
Ziggy.
solo wiped them. Dip and Dippy
Well done, my royal servant.
have gotten smacked.
Fool's Village doing a lot of work here.
Yeah. I was like, why didn't they run this earlier? This is better than the Arda.
Because
very much
Arda
Arm.
movement.
surely. We have 17 seconds. Trees are spawning. 3 teams down in hotel. I'm scared.
Stereo's
We got
sending it.
a
and
meteor over
noticing
in
the
warehouse
team
and a meteor
behind.
in pond. Yeah, Stereo's kind of caught out. Stereo's very far away from their team.
Oh, Ziggy!
But Game
Oh
World
my
has come
gosh!
up. Ziggy has secured Noel. And Ramp is down. Asterio is trying to potentially stop this cat. Kiani has the tree. This should hopefully go right over into a horse, I would hope. Surely horse?
Horus?
Cat
Watching?
horse? Nope, it's going to be passed over to Annalise. Annalise gets it. No cat horse. Sad.
Oh, Douglas running at
It's a horse. It's just on
Wait,
Annalise this time.
oh, double Horus. A lot of mages running.
There's a lot of horse in this lobby, actually.
Full Wild Tempest against Fool's Village. Is Ziggy gonna do the Ziggy things?
Ziggy totally has... No, Game World's down for 7 more seconds.
Oh no, Bowser! Just running at them. Ziggy just
Yeah,
has to
Ziggy
run
has
here.
to run.
It's
Pistol
stage 2,
skill
they
is
can
up.
wait.
Neo's Game World is up. Yeah, they'll be fine. Ziggy's far. And we're looking at this. It does look like Cherry Dr. Pepper and Pink Aurora are throwing hands.
Oh, you're not healing so
Annalise
much.
is gonna
So
survive.
much damage.
Kiani has
hug.
left, so Kiani should be able to get them out. Lily Petal's running down. So they will be able to kind of get out, hopefully, reset. Lily Petal's gonna be very hard to catch on this Justina. I'm surprised we haven't seen this character that much in this block. I know we were gonna have a couple of their members run it, because this character is really strong right now.
I know Tolkien
In
runs
comp?
it.
Tulky runs it, Delinko's been running it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that we know that have been running this Justina character. Very, very scary.
Oh, I don't know if this is a place you want to go to, Lily. Pings! Look at the pings!
Maps are optional.
Oh. Sang and Neo just choosing to run at Lily Petal here. Seeing the white Lily get the taunt. Oh, so much damage.
Yeah, this is a very much a damage style build for Sang. So yeah, I don't expect much else from this. Kira's actually on the Bianca. This is actually something we know them on for more than the Priya and the Ardo. This is their hard main. But here's Kiani, here's Annalise. Not able to get the Q down. Kiani is just gonna go down.
Yeah. The box for free too.
Fortunately, he just jump straight into the arms of the IL.
Whereas Wild Tempest took down
Hi, Lily. Huh. That was a respawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if Pink Aurora just isn't seeing the pings on the map, or
I don't know.
because they are kind of just teleporting into danger quite a bit.
And then speaking of danger, we're seeing Chada and Whis. Oh, Axe Jackie, that's also new. Lockney just running at this. I don't know if you want to be running at it so far away from your team.
Is
Oh, Ziggy!
chasing down Piebop. That is something that would be seen when a Charlotte is death chasing a Jackie. You know something's not right.
This is interesting. And then
That
Ziggy
is
is just
funny.
throwing down them points where she can.
I want to see them funnel Ziggy a bit.
Ziggy's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, I
See
know.
the
They should
blood
start giving
flow.
Ziggy some items.
I already
And
see
the
the
blood
dice.
float's up, but now Hopelessness has... I'm assuming this is going to be a Ghost Bride.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, go spread.
Yazi has, Dyson Racing Boots.
ゲームの中でゲーム中
Oh, Pen Jackie. Oh,
Oh, no.
whoopsie.
Yeah, that Jackie's not going to live. To be fair, better die before day resets. Best time to do it.
Mm-hmm. And you also can get vision before the next objective spawn. Oh, there's something going on here. Potential fight happening. Or they're gonna back up,
We're just going to walk away.
deciding
It's
not
middle of
worth
the
it.
game. Everyone's just going to go find their own home.
It seems like someone's jealous of us.
A lot of teams are going to make their way in from red. Some teams are actually looking for just farm in general right now. Some teams are walking red for zones that are opening just so they can see if they can get an objective and some fresh farm. And that has ended up having Dip and Dippy and Pacing FC looking at the same area.
I see.
There's some nice juicy bears down on the bottom side here, and it does look like Run Out may have smelled this out as well.
Does look like, oh goodness, there's 3 teams. There's also a fight going on with Pink Aurora going on here as Neo Spitter. Maybe getting a
Not
little
my
bit of
cat.
vision.
Yeah, Kiai didn't go through the cat training arc, it seems.
Oh, Kira's instant blink ultimate. Just what we like to see from Bianca on our team.
Very aggressive.
Yes, and it played off. It worked perfectly.
Oh yeah, it's playing really well.
Does seem like Pacing FC does get the bears for free though. Interesting. There's so much going on. There's so much going on over here. Lock me going down. The only one left being Jignut. Ziggy
He's safe,
putting in
though.
so
He should
much
be nice and
work.
safe. Yeah, this could be big. Honestly, at this point, I'm saying, Hopeless, you should start funneling Ziggy. We should get some Persona online here. We should get some... there's a lot that could go on. We should get Blood Pistol, High Noon. We should get some Red Shoes. Hell yeah, we should get everything. Just feed the daylight out of this Neo. This character is doing a lot of damage right now, and especially with this Alonso can help control zone.
Homie,
And
sending in.
Yazi to get consistent damage. That's pretty good.
Oh no. Homie sent it a little too far, and
This
unfortunately.
could be our first team out.
Oh no, Dip and Dippy. They're our third
At
place
least it's
team.
low. Yeah,
are.
it's like they can't fall this early. They need to at least get some placement. They don't have much in kills either. This opens up a chance for an upset if they don't.
I think their teams just didn't quite get the memo and just went in all at separate times, unfortunately, and spelled their demise in that moment. Oh, he not taking super low. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of
Stereo
demise,
taking
yeah,
super low as
Stereo
well. Bowser doing a
Stereo's
lot of work.
causing damage.
Bowser and Noel doing so much work here. Oh, well,
How
internet
about
route,
dude
but
so much? A-Not immediately sticking res. Shun's back up.
oh, they noticed
June?
they were waiting for the death to buy them back, and so they held back the revive.
I don't know if Shun just wasn't paying attention, but they didn't have the... They didn't immediately stick the res onto Pie Bob at all. However, Dip and Dippy, now this time restricted just to Holme. Without the money to res.
Yeah.
This is really bad for our third place team. This is like a really, really bad look for them. Like this
Yeah.
is looking like potential for Fool's Village to like climb back up, take 4th or 3rd spot,
Mm-hmm.
and Wild Tempest to secure their spot and possibly kick Dip and Dippy out.
What's going on here? Like Pacing FC going through they were all the way in a forest for a second there. Goodness. Now that I'm looking over here, there's 3 teams.
Like they are just
Oh.
going for any sort of credits.
Ziggy trying to get the knock up.
Jignut
Doesn't actually
secured-
get Yazi. Wait,
Yeah,
no?
Jignut secured
Yazi's
it.
on his team.
That is a 4-score Lockney House now. I don't know if that belonged to them or if that belonged over to Fool's Village. It might have belonged over to Fool's Village.
Oh, Kira's missing out on the ultimate. Seeing the ultimate come onto.
Oh,
Oh no, Estelle Pizzania just having to back up there. But Pie Bob,
Indeed,
is
though.
that Pie Bob? It is Pie Bob, it's not the other one. Does see it and runs over at the low enemies. Shu noticing MG boss, but unfortunately hesitates just a little bit. The hug!
nope. Pacing FC, our second team out. Pink Aurora being our first. Not my cat.
Your cat.
Not my cat.
The doctor. Kevin's
Only
not
is
my
just
doctor.
in full rat mode right now. Just trying to stay alive. Meantime, locked in and Fool's Village looking to fight. Both been throwing a little bit of poke at each other, but
Dip and Dippy are still alone.
I'm more just concerned of homie, you are right next to Wick. This is probably not your
Yeah.
best place to be.
There's 3 teams. 2 teams. See
Jignut
Jignut.
might have
And we
gotten
see
vision
Fool's
of that.
Village.
Careful. Homie needs to, like, I don't know, teleport Archer or some shit.
Yeah.
Archer or Gas, because this is also closing in a second. They're in a bad spot. This is 6 teams left.
And there's
they
1,
are
2,
beyond
3.
homeless.
There's 4 teams collapsing on this zone. 4 out of the 6 teams. 5 teams are gonna be here. I see you run it up, locked in. Looks like Cherry, Dr. Cherry Pepper, and Fool's Village are all going to be in this zone. Does look
Yeah,
like
Run Up gonna
Dr.
walk
Cherry
back.
Pepper.
Everyone's here. It's the full
yeah.
roster.
Oh,
and
no!
Wild Tempest just gonna secure both blood boxes.
Oh, homie. Oh, Nia's game
Just
world
an
going out.
automatic stun
Oh,
lock.
Shun taking so much damage. Shun trying to use the ultimate, but does go down to the passive. Oh, goodness.
However,
Pissing
Nia's
Nia.
game world is on cooldown now.
Okay.
Jignut looking for their back line.
Hopelessness.
Hopeless
Something
is
with
going to
Jignut.
try to peel for
Oh,
them.
Ziggy managed
They're
to
going to be
get...
forced into red.
Yeah. Ziggy managed to get some CC to prevent them from,
There's another
jumping
team in
in.
red, though.
Oh, goodness. They're buying. They only have 8
They're
seconds.
buying their teammate.
Ziggy only has 10 seconds as well. They're just gonna have to go. Oh, good jump! Good jump over. They need to just stick it. They can't go anywhere now. It's too
Until Nia's
risky.
game world is back up. They do have it. There's potential here, and Wick was secured by Run It Up, so we do have a nice Widowmaker going for Neo.
Dip, Dip, and Dippy, it did go down.
There
Oh,
is potential
pick.
for upset here. It is locked. It's Run It Up. Run It Up has it.
Well, they just managed to. Okay.
They just managed to get it for free. In the meantime, there's a Chinese opera mask over on Rin, and well,
there's 2
Tempest is
teams
getting a lot of
fighting.
blood.
Shun instantly going down. Uh-oh. 3 teams in this zone. Wild Tempest, Locked In, and Fool's Village.
Also, just looking for some potential here.
Hopeless taking so much damage just from one little
I'm
Vanya
more
combo.
horrified at the fact of looking at what Wild Tempest has and their potential here. Both Asterio and Bowser on 2 blood items. It's Blood Ripper and Burgundy, and then Down Self and Red Shoes. This is a
What the?
scary looking team. They went and secured both blood boxes over on the left side of the map and were completely uncontested by it. And now,
Weird.
speaking of uncontested, Piebob getting his full team back.
This is kinda crazy.
Dr. Pepper's back.
They sure are. This is kinda crazy. You know.
There's a meteorite for them as well. Piebob also rocking the Nosferatu, so this meteorite gonna be going over to Anot to hopefully get them a little bit stronger for these next couple engagements, as they're going to need to start looking for their next home.
It's gonna be
Whether that be
closing in
running
30
into police or...
Speaking of
All I know is
well,
Rin is
yeah.
not near their team, and their team is ready to fight. As both Yazi and Lockney are just kind of throwing abilities at each other.
Speaking of police. Yeah, RAP Team 7.
Yeah, surely we get Game 7. Totally,
Oh, goodness.
surely.
3 teams once again. This is another really bloody game. Well, more of like massive 3P game. You know, Locked In just choosing to sit in a bush.
Treasure pots.
Yazzie taking
They're not
so
looking for
much
anything.
damage.
Game World should be possibly being expanded, maybe? They're looking. Yep,
Oh, they
there's Game
found
World.
it.
They found it. That's a lot of damage on Anot.
Duende coming out, but it's just not. It's not
Yazi's
enough.
trying to do as much as they can. Shun's low. That's the full team of Cherry Dr. Pepper down. And they need to start booking it because they may be full health, but
The
here
cooldowns.
comes the entire team of Running Up.
The amount of
Yazi's
CC.
trying to get out, but Sang Sang is on their back.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting out from here. The amount of CC coming out from Alonso there to help Ziggy with the game world, it's kind of crazy. So you could see the Duendes coming out, you could see the CC immunes, just trying to do as much damage as they can, but unfortunately it's just not enough. It's just game world's doing so much damage there.
They're gonna have to third party. Like, this is the only chance they have to get this.
I mean, they could technically TP to Bond and hopefully.
Ziggy is also not as strong as they potentially could be. It is just Altair, Blood Cloak, and Nightmare Nails. I would expect a little bit more for this character.
I think the struggle of getting a bunch of 3Ps prevented them from getting any of the items they could have potentially have needed.
And they've been spotted out.
Unfortunately.
Hopefully these pings lead to...
I feel like Locked In is choosing to just go to the zone. Control the zone as much as they can. The zones are so close together.
Yeah, and now Foe's Village is just stuck between both.
It's not a great place to be. Nia's world popped out, but unfortunately it's on Sing Sing's clone. It did proc a
there's a potential
3B.
here.
Kira's completely missing out on the ultimate as they decide to go into Pond.
That's a lot of damage onto Bowser.
Bowser going down.
Bowser is down. Ziggy with 1-up. Going to still go down. And here comes the third party, Fool's Village. If Hopelessness can stay alive a little bit longer. Nope, Wild Tempest is going to outlast them. Fool's Village is going to go down. Bowser is just going to hit self-res. Asteria's down as well. It is literally just Internet Wrap. Internet Wrap goes down. It is a lock-in versus run-up once again for your final fight.
It's a replay of
and that's a VF
first
blood
game.
being bought over for goddamn Sang Sang. God damn it, Sang Sang. I gotta be going over to the death. Now it's gonna be going to Red Shoes for this this Bianca.
Yes.
Traps are also being put down. Neo has those set and ready. Kira's also having one for their own.
Wah 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 wah.
Neo has kind of found that there is a Vanya off on the side all alone,
Yeah.
so...
They're quite a bit split. Vanya's one of those characters that
Jignut needs a way in.
Vanya's thankfully one of those characters that can just get in whenever they kind of need to. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, against this team, it's a little hard because there's so much they can do to disengage, especially with the taunts. You've got Reign of the Vampire Queen. Not only is it a good offensive tool, it's a great defensive tool. And then you've
I think
also
Jignut
got
has a chance here.
cartridge.
Jignut just has to get in on this Aya. They get on the Aya, they pop the ult, they should be able to avoid the blank fire and possibly kill them.
Instead, Sang Sang runs up to Jignut, doing so much damage. Vanya jumping in onto Neo instead. Jignut following up. Aya's down.
They were able to find the pick there. Here comes the Bianca ult though. Reign of the Vampire Queen. Lockney is stuck in it.
Does
However, it's
manage
not
to
gonna matter.
avoid.
Sang Sang falling down. Jignut going massive. The amount of damage coming out from this Camilla. And there we go. Locked In is your winners of the final game.
They really noticed when any of their openings were and was able to take advantage and bring them to the win. Found Aya vulnerable and actually managed to land everything they needed, and it capitalized super well. And even with the Reign of the Vampire Queen, with positional awareness of Lockney, able to avoid a majority of the damage, it allowed them to carry them off to become the first place team in the last game of the qualifiers for Omega's Mega Block.
Don't know if it was enough points to bring Fool's Village up to the top 4.
I have no idea.
They did do a lot. They got some good placement points. Ziggy went huge on Nia. 31k damage. Top damage in the lobby. However, they weren't able to get there without Yazi. Yazi ended up going down a little bit late. They just wasn't enough.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go over the scores real quick. They're telling me telling me to
Yeah,
raid.
we're supposed to stay on. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Well, do we need scores? We should probably do scores, right?
Yeah, let's do scores quick.
Okay, okay, I have to update them. I have to update them. Give me a sec. Give me one sec. These are the scores for the last game. Apologies.
It was close.
It is,
We did actually
yeah.
get towards the end, but we do have our top four.
We
Ladies and
do.
gentlemen, your first place, run it up. 75.5 kill points overall,
Okay, there we go.
115.5 points total.
Mhm.
Locked in second place, 62 kill points, 104 points overall. Wild Tempest, third place, 51 kill points, 74 points overall, and literally a half a point behind them. Dip, and Dippy, 46.5 kill points, 73.5 points overall.
And then in fifth, we have Fool's Village with 63 total points. In sixth, we have Cherry Dr. Pepper, sorry, Kevy, with 43 total points. Seventh, Pink Aurora with 28. And then last, we have Fate Pacing FC with 26 total points. So, thank you all so much for being here. We were told to go on to the onto the ending soon. We will be raiding into Eternal Return game for the what do they call it? Picks? Character picks? Something? Apologies.
It's going to be revealed for
Yeah.
for the semifinals.
Yes. So we're gonna figure out what they're gonna be doing, where we're gonna be raiding into them when they let us know everything is ready. So until then, thank you so much for sticking by, both North and I, and watching the Omega blocks qualifiers. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Appreciate everyone showing up. Have a good one.